Hi. Hi. Guess how long I was talking before I realized I hadn't pressed go live yet? I was like, no one's responding to me in the comments. It was really weird. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi. Hey, Manny. Hi, Drew. Okay, so you can see me. You can see me. You can really see me. I just did something interesting. Hail, Ron. Hail. All hail. All hail the glow cloud. I just think my face is not better. I just did a bunch of things. I just did the most amount of things that I bet any of you did today. Thanks. Those graphics are courtesy of Jake Yakavetta. But you know what's really cool, Robert, is when I add that overlay to your graphic for tomorrow's cinema bias. I got that shit all lined up correctly. I also have, back from the store, back from its debut appearance, my Mac. And as well, it's in Eric's room, but I have don't touch your face. I have the Acer notebook like computer. So I don't know how I'm surviving this apocalypse, but I technically have more computers than when I started with. It's weird. I now have 3 computers. I don't know how to make things work. I love you all so very much. Hey, Aaron Books. Hey, there it is. Speak of the devil, and she shall appear. Ah! Of course, by Mr. Yakavetta. Yeah, of course it is. Guys, he's not in the room yet because I think he went probably to hang out with his roommates. But because I think they have the cake from, but it's Eric's birthday technically tomorrow. But as you all know, I thought it was Saturday. So, whoops. I mean, like nobody's like the camera's blurry. Okay, that's good to know. That's probably a connection issue. I'll try. Is that better? Is that better? Tell me if that's better. It's on the 5G, babe. Adelia, yeah, you should be a mod. Let's see. Sorry. Let me go to the YouTube and make you a mod right now. That was on my to-do list today. Guys, I want to like be like, I've been watching too much other people Twitch because I'm like, hats off in the chat, but like that doesn't make any sense here. Just do a hats off to you emoji. To Adelia for being super good at modding everything and also helping me standardize like this entire YouTube stream. Part of me thinks that Eric is just in the house right now and I'm in the garage and he's just watching the stream, like thinking it's really funny. It's like this entire YouTube stream. It's a resolution issue. Okay. Let me try this. Hello, can you hear me? Is it better? Like I'm checking to see if it's better. Hey, we have pretty bad internet. We have pretty bad internet issues.
It should be resolved soon.
Oh, okay. The internet issues should be resolved soon, apparently. And the audio sounds great. Well, that's good. Guys, oh, look. It's like in the movie Scream. There's like a 5-second delay. God bless you. You hear me? Okay. Adelia, I'm a mod. So how about we just focus on one thing at a time? Add as moderator. One thing at a time, people. That's what I'm learning. Adelia, you're now a mod. Congratulations. Do you usually have music or something going on here? I feel like today's
No.
I feel like it's weirdly quiet.
We don't.
Is it usually just me talking?
Yeah.
Still the same old Drew. Yeah, so was it like an internet?
I am uploading stuff.
Oh, it's Eric's fault.
It's my fault. So.
It's his fault for uploading stuff. I just moved to the regular G.
It's my fault for uploading.
It's your fault. Oh man, look at that. That's terrible. But apparently the overlay is crystal clear. So yeah, today we're gonna be playing a quiz of I don't even know what. I decided it was gonna be a pop quiz. Now, generally, we're gonna probably plan out which ones we're going to do.
I know, right?
And we'll know it, but we won't tell other people that so they can't study it. Because Barbarian brought up yesterday that like everyone knew there was going to be a Clue quiz because we'd said that, so people were able to watch Clue. And like when he wanted to play, he just saw it in the chat and wanted to show up. So I was giving him shit because he was like, I get a perfect round and everything, and I was like, not in Clue. So let's see. Hey Jake, thanks for the nice overlay. The one part of the stream that's actually working. So let's. So because it is the eve of Eric's birth, that sounds gross. Let's do like let's you pick one.
I pick one?
Yeah, you pick one. You pick your favorite one. But please let it be something cool. Hey, what's that?
What?
What is that thing? What is that movie?
Small Soldiers. You ever see Small Soldiers? Anyone? The Small Soldiers
Anyone a
fan?
Small Soldiers fan? A Small Soldiers fan? Step on down.
That was
like the heavyweights.
that was like a challenge I did to myself to make a Small Soldiers quiz. It was like a very it's like a small niche kid.
Is it about super soldiers that shrink themselves down to Honey I Shrunk the Kid proportion?
It is not.
Wait, you just put your head like you were about to say yes, and I was so excited.
It is about toys that come to life and fight each other.
Shit, that was my second guess. Christopher, you can give Eric your birthday wishes right here. Oh shit, wait, I should get StreamYards up. Guys, sorry, I'm a little bit off right now. Like I just spoke to my mom for the first time in a while, and she's like me, except more hysterical. Let me put it that way. And I hadn't talked to her for a bit, and she was very upset. But she's not sick or anything. She's just, like me. Intense, like camping. Intense. Guys, what's going on all those other streams? What happened on SCN Live today? Are they also wearing bear suits for no reason? Are they also clearly going mad?
We should make a Midsommar quiz.
We should make a Midsommar quiz. Wait, I have one in my head ready to go.
All right. Question 1, how hilarious is this movie?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny is Midsommar on the third viewing? It's all contextual questions, but it's all based on the director's cut. This is like 50 minutes extra about the cult. Okay, so with Robin Williams, Tiny Soldiers. I think you're thinking of Toys, Jay Hughes. I think you're thinking of the movie Toys.
Toys, maybe, yeah.
That has small soldiers in them, and the guy in it Robin Williams' brother is like part of the military, and he wants to use the toys for military purposes. Unless that is also the plot of Toy Soldiers.
No, Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers.
No, it is not.
Okay. Is it blurred for censorship? No, guys, it is blurred. I'm just going to put this up. It is blurred because Eric is part of /F society. # reference goals. At least this way we'll know if there's a lag.
I do know that Chilled Action is tonight right now. So thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for being
I know
here
it's
on
hard
us.
in these stream days. Everyone's streaming all the time, everywhere.
What's crazy though is people like this is what I don't understand. Like streaming to me is like you watch it and you catch it while you do, or like you don't bother watching it unless like somebody talks about you and then you can go back and like go watch it.
Yeah.
I don't understand the purpose of like people. I mean, I'm not like saying don't do this because please go get my billable hours up or whatever you call it, streamable hours. Everyone go back and watch every live stream I've ever done. I don't understand the purpose of watching one of these when you can't interact.
Yeah, I guess that's partially true. I mean, it's fun to watch, like going back and watching the movie guys Schmoedown is super fun because that's like entertainment, and like so I think this thing particularly, it's a fun thing to go back and rewatch because it has entertainment value beyond being interactive.
Absolutely, we do have entertainment value beyond being interactive.
Yes.
Yeah, we're like funny and cool, and it's Eric's birthday, and don't you want you to know what like we said about you? We said a bunch of stuff.
Did you?
Yeah. No, I mean not you. I'm just saying to the audience.
No.
If there's any people that want to know, like me, what's being said about them, please come watch this hour and a half long show.
Yes.
Let's see. Ben ended up putting the bear jacket back on. That's so weird. He was complaining about how hot it was, but he was wearing this giant like bear spirit hood, like a crazy person. Like it turns out it only takes 19 days before you all turn into me pre-quarantine.
I'm just gonna put this up.
Yeah, let's put that up.
No.
Not first.
If it's not your own, it's your own thing. You can't.
No, I can't. It's
the
just
wrong one.
It's the wrong one. Okay.
Until that's fixed.
Until that's fixed. Not gonna sing happy birthday. That's stupid. I do have a present for Eric, but I want to show it to him first, and then it's his decision whether or not other people get to see it. And I'm guessing it's probably gonna be no.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll do a reaction video.
Should have done a reaction to me, like getting spoiled by everyone over the last few days.
So here's the problem: is that well, I don't like what we've not come out and explicitly said what it is, but enough people have wished Eric happy birthday and said, "Did you get my video?" I think it's safe to say that I reached out to a bunch of you, and you all sent in your best wishes to Eric. And if I didn't reach out to you, I'm sorry. And if I did reach out to you and you sent me a video and it's not included for some reason in this project, it's because I'm bad at this and I wasn't expecting everyone to respond, or like them to respond with such long videos. Like everyone really apparently had their like, you know, talking to the camera moment while wishing you a happy birthday.
Yeah.
I think when you see it, you'll see that some people are unraveling.
Okay. It's a quarantine happy birthdays.
It's a bunch of quarantine happy birthdays.
Yeah.
Danny's in particular, I think, is like the longest. So hey, Suge Knight says happy birthday, Eric.
Thank you, Suge Knight.
Thank you, Suge Knight. Earlier on, Suge Knight said I was his favorite, which is cool. And I can tell that's true because he's watching this stream instead of doing anything else. Oh, yeah. Oh, Movie Fanobi with the donation. Happy B-Day, Eric. You're such a great person in spite of your great work. Sharing and caring for Drew is just one of the many kind things you do with your friends and community. Have a happy birthday. Wait, did you mean such a great person in spite of his great work? I'm confused.
I like that logic.
I like that logic.
You're such a great person in spite of being also doing great work.
Well, I can sort of follow that logic, which is like you're so busy and you're so talented and like you could just be consumed with work, but then it turns out you also are a caring person who's cool to hang out with.
Yeah.
And only disrupts my stream by uploading stuff like
we'll take
once. Yeah. Thank you for your donation, Movie Fanobi. Manny says hi. Talia says it's like I've been like you pre-quarantine all my life. No one's been like me pre-quarantine. So it's
kind of a good thing though. Like, you know, everyone's kind of chilled today.
I don't like looking at blurry ass.
We did go out and we went out into the world a little bit to pick up some supplies of things. Yes.
Bottles of pills.
Yes.
I made Eric leave his house for the first time because Mama needed some pills. And it was great. And we also got my computer. And,
yes, that's right.
And I finally got to do what I've actually been waiting to do all my life, technically, which is go on that rampage from 28 Days Later, where I just go through to CVS and randomly throw things in bags. I mean, technically, I've been doing that like forever.
It's like,
but this time I finally feel like I can do it.
Like that shopping spree, like game show, or they went through the aisles and just like
supermarket sweep.
Yeah.
But like I've been prepping for that speed run my whole life, and technically I've done much stupider runs than that. This one I would consider like way on the conservative, like VideoDREW deals with the CVS situation. Yeah. Because I knew that we had to get back here, and I didn't want to touch very many things. I did want to touch a lot of things. I did put my hand out to touch a weighted blanket at one point, and then went, "Do we need this weighted blanket?" And then I went fomites.
Yes.
Which is a word I learned not from what's happening, but because we watched Contagion recently.
Right.
Supplies, cigarette, alcohol. Forgot to get both those. I forgot alcohol again. Oh, God damn it. I'm going to try the 5G again. Let's hope that it's a little bit better. This works. How do you have all the computers? Yeah, I have all the computers for everything except I have all the computers except for making the internet. Computers don't make internet, apparently. How's everyone else doing? Okay, here we go. His work alone could mean he is a great person, but... Oh. Okay. I see what you're saying. It was an unusual formatted phrase in my head. But then again, I'm overthinking things a lot.
Yes. That's true.
Hey, Art.
Yes.
You do great work in spite of being a great person.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're both those things. Try turning.
It really is because I'm uploading some work right now, guys. And usually that's how I multitask when we're doing these things. I'm either uploading something or rendering something on my computer. It's I'm always working at one.
How do you do the audio? How do you do the audio then?
What do you?
Like, so, because you always are watching other people's streams, but then you're also editing projects. So, like, how are you doing the audio so you can hear?
I have, depending on what it is, I have earbuds in my ears and then headphones over those earbuds. So I'm listening to both things at once.
Can I tell you another trick about Eric that's like fucking insane? You know that he listens to everything, like podcast, anything that's on replay at double speed? Like a psychopath?
Anything that doesn't have, artistic pacing to it.
I love how that's the phrase you came up with, the artistic pacing.
Yeah.
Like not like a narrative or like, pre-written. It's like if this was a podcast or something my friends are doing that's not like a scripted, it's unscripted.
Yeah.
Anything unscripted goes double pace.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
So yeah, I got meds. We got I should probably put them in the freezer. We got chinchillas, not chinchillas.
We got Elvis here.
Yeah, Elvis. Elvis is not a chinchilla. He's a ferret. Happy B-Day, Eric from Sculpted Leather Art. BB.
Thank you, man.
All good, Drew. You're still awesome-tacular. Thank you. So guys, let's decide what quiz. How about this? You can also make me take a quiz if you want.
Take a quiz.
Yeah.
Let me
not small soldiers quiz.
I'll make you take the small soldiers 20.
Please don't do that.
I'm going to go double check on my uploads right now and see if they're done. If they are, then I'll.
Even Eric's leaving at this point, guys. That's my viewers. Bye. See you. Happy birthday. So Eric's gonna go check to see if he can like chill with the uploads so we can get a little bit better of a quality of a stream. And meanwhile, I'll just talk. It's really quiet today. It's really scary. It's really quiet. Some of my friends are sick. It's not great. I'm not happy, but I am happy that I'm here. I'm like in general very scared. How great a content is that? Cool. See you later. Eric is going to be the best person, and I'm not saying that because it's his birthday. Yeah, I think Eric's going to turn out to be like the MVP of this apocalypse. I'm not going to say that like I'm like a fucking Littlefinger here, but like I chose wisely my choice of like post-apocalyptic compatriots because this dude's going to ride out the fucking storm. Aaron says you're eating honeycomb. You want honeycomb, Aaron? I also got an extension on my project, which I guess I didn't need because technically I could be just working right now instead of just sitting here like freaking out. But my editor was like, when I talked to him today, he said, the deadline's extended because, the world's ending and he has too much on his plate anyway. So that means if you guys still want to talk about the world ending for my article about your living situation and roommates and how it's going, I mean, this article's thesis is kind of changing every day as I like adapt and we learn new things about ourselves and our roommates. Like, for instance, I talked to a friend of mine, Jennifer Wright, who wrote this amazing book a couple years ago called Get Well Soon. It's like a hysterically funny book because she's a hysterically funny writer, like David Sedaris funny. I know don't touch your face, but I'm going to touch my face. I've just had, I just cleaned off my hands. Makes me want to put on the PSA of like Kate Winslet telling us to clean our hands. They got Kate Winslet and Lawrence Fishburne and Matt Damon all from Contagion to tell us to clean our hands for these like PSAs from for Columbia University. And I swear to God, that's the only thing that's been effective in getting me to wash my hands. It's like being like, oh, I just saw that movie. Oh, fucking yeah, I should clean my hands because these celebrities who are in the fake movie where they fake died from a fake disease told me I should wash my hands. Not touch my face. Still touching my face. Definitely still touching my face. Yes. Or as I just told my mom, since I'm like so bad with the picking, I'm like, does it technically count as like touching your head 500 times if you never take your hand off your head? Like if the only thing that I touch most of the time is my face and my hands. I also walk around barefoot way too much. Like, let's just be honest. I am a walking infested wound of a human being. And Eric is going to just be the hero. So for that reason, I did make him a birthday video, but also because he's like a good friend. And so many of you, like, I can say this while he's gone, and also to his face, but like, honestly, there's so many of you that send in your well wishes that I'm trying to double check and triple check to make sure I got y'all. I hope. Like, Jake, I don't know if I got you. None of the Schmoedown people have given me stuff. You know why I think people don't want to give me stuff for this article? Because they're like, they don't want to be stuck being sourced. like as saying shit about a roommate that they're now sidled with for like another 8 months. You know, people only want to talk about past roommates. They don't want to talk about their current living situations being bad, even though I allow people to, you know, use a pseudonym. Hey, look, the quality cleared up, just like my face will never do. Hold on. Just like my face would ever do. Aaron, you're like the one person that I've meant to reach out to that I haven't yet. Okay. So now that's time for me to look at my face and put on makeup. It's really important to keep a ritual every day because my friend's dad, who's a doctor for old people, said that it's important that old people get dressed every day, even if they're not going anywhere, because it makes it feel consistent and like a ritual. And it's important to have rituals because rituals, they keep you going with normalcy, even if things are not normal.
Midsummer.
Technically, that's from Hereditary. My mother was a private woman with a lot of private rituals. Do I have the opening of Hereditary memorized and not be able to know what like most movies are? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Is the audio out of sync? Oh, come the fuck on.
So everything should be done if we want to, I don't know, somehow reboot this.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Correct. Rituals like the 8 p.m. quiz. Correct. Thank you for bringing up a very good point, Movie Finobi. This is now a ritual. Mm-hmm. This is something we're doing. I've decided, I didn't even tell you this. I've decided we're doing Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays.
Not Fridays?
I have to see what time, if Roka wants to keep going on.
No, for Fridays, yeah.
For Friday nights, because Roka might want to continue doing something later.
Right.
And I didn't want to like overtax you or have you say that I'm doing it too much. So I thought like 3 days, we can start with 3 days, and that's
Monday,
good.
Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah.
I think that sounds fair.
And if we decide to do like pop-up ones in the interim, that's good. And then we work on the weekends on the the Chronic commentaries. Mm-hmm. Oh no.
I think that's when you did the thing.
Oh. When did you find the Schmoedown? Great question, guys.
Yeah, one of these days I should just do a Q&A.
Well, it is. It's your birthday. Sorry, I forgot to mention. This is called
Did you advertise it as the birthday Q&A?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware.
Wait, did you really miss that? Because I put it everywhere on social media as like an LOL joke, and I tagged you.
I did not see that.
I tagged you in a bunch of shit.
On Twitter?
Not on Twitter, on Facebook.
Oh, Twitter's I don't go on Facebook that often.
Oh, man. I tagged you as NerdChronic being like, nobody tell him we're doing a surprise birthday.
Well, good. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise by nature of you being oblivious. It doesn't technically count.
Facebook,
as like,
yeah.
That doesn't count. You're right. I did have the forethought not to tag you on Twitter, but and I tagged you as NerdChronic, assuming that you didn't check your Facebook.
I didn't check Facebook.
I check my Facebook regular page. I forget to check my other page a lot. Oh, look at that.
Finobi for the schedule.
Yeah, we talked about that today. Like Finobi and Adelia and I, we like went over schedule and like doing some important stuff, and like this is gonna be a real thing. Am I having a good time?
Let's scroll up a bit.
You want to scroll up?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Back to D-Dub's question.
D-Dub asked the question.
I actually found the Schmoedown. The first Schmoedown I ever saw was the Star Wars 5-way they did at Star Wars Celebration, I believe it was. It was
Celebration, like the town?
Star Wars Celebration, the event.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a 5-way between Ken Knapsack, Sam Witwer, Jane Nicholson, Jeremy Johns, and John Campea.
Oh, how was that?
It was a great one. I think it was their first official main Star Wars thing that they did for like a public event, and like it.
They did in Star Wars Celebration. Yeah. That's so cool.
And that led to Ken being the first Star Wars champion, and it was a really fun thing. It was the first one I saw, and I was a big fan of a handful of those guys, but mainly I really liked Jane Nicholson. I thought that was cool to see her involved in that.
Was she?
She's the Star Wars one that I showed you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she played a match.
Oh yeah, I was talking to a friend recently, and they were like they just kept like quoting her.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, she's great. So I was kind of like really into it from that, and Star Wars is a good, gateway drug to it because it's such an isolated thing. Like you understand. Like I know Star Wars, I like what the questions are referring to, and then from there you can get into like the broader aspects of the show, which is them like talking about like other movies and other genres.
So like Inner Geekdom almost, like you.
Yeah.
Would you have competed in Inner Geekdom?
Yes, if I had still played, I would have been in Inner Geekdom.
Oh, wow.
And maybe teams if I had like a good teammate to play with.
Oh, hey. Okay, please. No, I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare.
And but yeah, then shortly after that, I was doing the podcast as well, my own podcast, the NerdChronic podcast, and I invited a bunch of people who I admired online to be guests on the show, just to interview them about like their channel and everything. And I reached out to Late to the Party, and they were the first ones to respond to me and say, yeah, we'd love to come on. And they were very nice about it. And so I sat down and talked with them. And in my research about their channel and everything, I found their matches on the Schmoedown. And that was a good coincidence because of like that one match I saw, and then I saw their matches.
Like
so
how far apart were those coincidences?
This must have been about like 3 or 4 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I managed to work at Collider for 6 months without knowing that Schmoedown existed. Like literally people just walking past the desk, and I was like, who are all these tech people?
Yeah.
And like 3 cute girls. I was like, all these AV nerds, and then I assume these girls are here to shoot something. I didn't know Collider had a studio.
Oh, in studio space for shooting?
Like I didn't realize that even though that's all people do all day at Collider,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that there was like a second part to that building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
It's a funny building, but yeah. So when I met with them, it was very fun, and so I got into the show, I think, really hardcore after seeing them on it, and then I just actively went back and watched like everything from there, and that was like a fun time to think back on, because that was when I was really into the show, and it was like a new passion, and there was just like a huge slew of like content I could then like go through. And I just started my night shift at that point. So at night when it would get slow, I would just go and watch Schmoedown matches like back to back on my own.
I love
like,
it.
The odd hours.
It's kind of like a weird, like it's almost like the way you talk about like falling in love with somebody. It's just like I just look back fondly at that time when it was just all brand new, and I just had so much content and like nothing else to pay attention to.
Before it became work.
Dude. I know how, as somebody who like literally founded a television vertical because they love TV and then had to review all the TV, I know exactly how that feels. However, you still love the show more than I think anyone else I've met outside of myself, which
Maybe,
I guess sounds like that sounds like a neg, but it's not, because in my own brain, I love the show more than anyone.
Yeah.
Despite not having watched that many episodes until I met you.
And yeah, then it's a big story from there, how I got involved, which I'll probably tell one day on like a more like established stream.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, no.
More established stream.
No, because like we have a quiz to do, we have other things to want to
go into. Yeah. What other people have asked questions too.
Yeah. I don't have that.
Yeah. Who's your favorite Schmoedown competitor outside of me?
Excluding VideoDrew.
Great question.
I think my favorite competitor besides VideoDrew has since the early days been Rachel Cushing.
Really?
Because I was the one that I saw early on in her matches, that she was like really dominant in like her knowledge, even though she didn't win like in a lot of her matches in Edom early on. She just had like this kind of air about her that she really knew what she was getting into, and she had educated guesses about what she was saying, even when they got it wrong, which I really respected.
You've made me watch Rachel's matches for the first time, because I never really saw her matches.
And for my best friend is a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and she
I hate Lord of the Rings.
Exactly. and so she loved watching those matches too, and it was like a really cool thing to see someone like so dominant in Lord of the Rings win the matches and get the answers right in the way she did. And I met her at the first Schmoedown Live event and got to take a picture with her, and like it was
what was it?
The first Schmoedown Live event we did. Or they did. I wasn't a part of it at that point, but it was at the El Portal Theater in North Hollywood.
Do you know that you're like one of these stories too? You're like the kid in like the small town who gets like caught the eye of the casting agent after watching movies all his life. Like you got to join the world that you were like obsessing about. Like that's very cool. That's basically like my life thing, is like the idea of the screen being malleable and like Videodrome style, or like what's it called, that movie? The one that Shane Black did, Last Action Hero, or Purple Rose of Cairo. Like the idea of like being able to go through the screen and like enter some other reality. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So now you like basically are the god of this world that you just really liked.
If you say so.
You're like a video game developer.
Oh God.
Your world building, the world building of you is so good.
Manny asks, do you have any favorite factions or faction you liked before the season? I mean, in the same vein, I really liked Rachel, so I was a huge fan of the Five Club, which was Emma Five, Rachel, Clark, and Mark Draco.
I really had hoped that she would draft me.
Yeah, and that was like a fun time. I think that was the first faction that showed how dominant like a faction could be in the league when they worked together. Because before we had like the Viper Squad and the Horsemen. And
what's the Viper Squad?
It was Jay's faction.
Okay.
With Janine, Stacy. Marquia McCarty, and I think Brienne was technically part of it for a second.
I don't know why I asked that so like condescending. Like, what's the Viper Squad?
We had the Horsemen. Cool. We had ETC. We had like a bunch of other small handful of factions. That was the first one. Was like a collection of people coming together to make something like larger than themselves, and they were dominant in teams, and like they were really doing well in singles. Rachel was great in her geekdom. Emma had won the Commissioner Bowl by that point, and so it was like a cool thing to see that they could have like potentially dominated the entire league if things had stayed on that trajectory.
Guys, also feel free to donate onto Streamlabs. So I'm getting a bunch of questions, and if you go to VideoDrew.club, you can send in your birthday wishes and donate over at Streamlabs, and I will give the money to Eric for tonight. Right. Usually we split it, but tonight I'll just give Eric the money.
Here's my good buddy Raul Rodriguez.
Whoa, let's see. Happy birthday!
Yes.
How does he know about this stream?
He follows us. He follows our stuff.
Oh, cool.
You know Raul. You met him.
Yeah, I know. I did meet him. Yeah. I sat next to him.
Yeah, Raul, our resident YA expert.
Dude, you were so good at those questions that Paulo Yama was also good at, which also surprised me.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised how you young, like 20 or 30-something-year-old men know everything about the movie The Host that's not the Bong Ho.
Yeah, Bong Joon-ho.
It's not the one by the guy who made Parasite and Snow.
Yeah, Raul has been a good friend of mine in the Schmoedown, like from day one, pretty much.
That makes sense, because he was really cool to sit next to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you sit next to people who, like, the entire time they're like nudging you and they're like trying to show off. They wrote it down on their little iPhone quicker than you did.
Yeah.
You know, but he was like cool.
Yeah. Also, Raul's my constant in the Schmoedown.
Oh, I love that reference. Yeah. Here, this is a movable
I know.
track.
I'll take this.
Yeah, you can be in control. One thing I've learned about Eric is that he does like to hold the remote control, which is fine.
It depends on what we're doing and how much time we have.
Like, if we're just chilling, watching TV, you like to hold the remote.
Yeah. Garth asks, with editing promos and intros, have you saved a blooper reel to possibly share with the Patreon someday?
He's like saved like people's like blackmail.
I have saved bloopers that we do, particularly for the green screen. Like the green screen has like a ton of bloopers for people that don't, get the lines out quite right. Particularly from certain competitors that like to have really scripted material.
Oh my god, certain faction mates who are just so intense with their promos. I can't.
It's a lot of fun. Maybe someday I'll put something together and see if Christian can approve that, so we can put it out on Patreon. Because it's a really funny thing to see.
It's really funny. It's funny, and then it gets less funny, and it gets boring, and then it gets funny again by how long it's taking. Kind of like this quarantine, which is like, as David Foster Wallace once said about David Lynch, it is both terrifying and mundane. It makes the mundane terrifying, and the terrifying mundane. That's the second one's better. It makes mundane terrifying, and the terrifying mundane. We're all getting so used to being bored and terrified. Yeah, basically.
Danny, your crow asks. Yeah. Probably have to ask this again on Finstock Exchange, but here we go. What was your first gig on the Schmoedown? My first gig, unofficially, was a promo for John Roca versus William Bibiani.
Oh my god, what a civil war!
And that was their first match in singles, 1-on-1, and that was for the title, for the belt at the time. It was fun. I didn't have like the all the materials I needed to make it as expansive as they do now with the promos. Like, so it was like a short, like 30-second like social one. Right. And I really couldn't capture the narrative like in the aspect that I needed to at that point, and that was like a test run.
How did you make the jump though? Like you talked to Rachel and she.
Yeah, not from Rachel, but like and again, I'll say this. Long story short, which I'll tell.
TLDR. Yeah. I feel like I'm missing something, but I talk a lot.
Yeah, I'll tell the long version of the story at another stream at some point. Which was maybe tomorrow for my actual birthday.
Oh yeah, for tomorrow, Eric's gonna tell us his story of self, and I'm going to shut up and listen, and we can put a timer on it. And we'll talk.
Tomorrow I will tell like the entire story of how I got involved with the Schmoedown. And but yeah, my first gig was John Roca versus William Bibiani, and then shortly after that was the Spectacular, which was like a big thing.
Oh my god! Wait, who won?
Between that match,
I feel like I've forgotten everything.
That was Roca won. That was the second time he ever won the belt.
I feel like this world, which I've been invested in and more invested in, the days have started blurring so bad, and reality has started blurring so bad, and all I do is watch and participate in Schmoedown related content. Yeah. But the actual game of like what Schmoedown is starting to feel really far away, and like the stakes are starting to feel real distant.
Yeah, we'll go back into it one day, but yeah, right now it's like we're just kind of hanging on, like we are enjoying the matches weekly that we get, and we're just trying to like just find entertainment with what we have.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like the quizzes here feel very real.
Yeah, Raul, I think just for you, one day I will make a Twilight franchise.
I could do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
What's weird is I could do that. We could ask Oyama to help.
Yeah.
New Moon.
Yeah.
What's weird is I got the question wrong. I think it was on the the one that Hoyt did, which was the name of the second Twilight movie, and I said New Moon, but it's Eclipse.
No, it wasn't New Moon.
Well, then I said the other thing.
You said the other one.
I was right this time, which is all that counts.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone did ask something, which was Movie Finobi.
Yep.
Asked, what's your favorite promo that you cut? You looked at the perfect balance of audio, music, and video. She knew it was great. I think the first, it's hard to say because I do like, there's a handful that I really like in different aspects because they say different things and they do different things. I look back on and I really enjoy the Kevin Smets versus Mike Kalinowski promo at Collision.
Wait, that was yours? That was like the first one I think I like stood up and I was like, oh, this is like an interesting show that I'm a part of. Yeah. It like looked way more legitimate to like show my mom that and be like, I'm doing that instead of like showing my mom a match.
Their first match for at Collision when
it's like
said his Don't Tell Peter moment.
No, it was the one that was like no, that's from the new promo. But yeah, it was the Don't Tell Peter moment.
Yeah, that promo was the first one. Oh, not the first one, but like one of the ones.
That's what I showed my mother basically when she came out here to watch Schmoedown once, and she was like, "What is it you're doing? Stop picking."
One promo that I like almost equally in different regards is the Bateman versus Guy promo for Houston, like their live event, their Schmoedown that they had.
Let's put it up.
We shouldn't get flagged. I think auto flagged.
Oh, because of the music?
Not because the music. Music is fine, but because the content, like sometimes it's around things.
Oh, that's right. Oh, because there's. I always thought it was the music though, because it hasn't gotten taken down since Oyama, right?
Since Oyama, you said?
Since the one time we tried to watch Paulo Yama in my match, and it kept getting flagged for some fucking reason. Were you there? Somebody asked when.
All right, there's one. Sorry,
Adelia.
Asked when you say you want to become an editor? In high school. It's funny. Well. When I was a kid, when I was like a young, like a kid, like 10 years old, I would make like little home movies with like my toys and stuff, and I would edit.
Like a small soldier?
Like small soldiers, yeah. I would edit in the camera, so I would edit as I was shooting. So I would shoot it and then cut it where the edit should be, and then turn the camera around, start the recording again, like start from there, and then I would have the edits basically in that, on VHS tapes when it would just have the one reel of everything. I would edit that way with just like stopping and starting the camera.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I've done that for like a film class, but not with VHS, with digital.
Yeah, it was back when my dad had like a huge canon of VHS. I would have been like probably like 8 to 10 years old.
You know what makes a lot of sense is my first experience with VHS at like 8 to 10 years old is like on video, and it's my friend who's doing like a little ballet for her father, and I jump in the middle and I go, I can do a headstand, and then I just immediately just jump in front of the camera and attempt to do a headstand, and Dad's like trying to get his daughter, who I don't even think I was that close with, and there's no reason I should have been over at her house. Like, it's just a cute home movie, and then like Sinister style, like
some things never change.
Just suddenly, like I just show up like a goblin, like somebody's streaming.
Yeah. And then I really liked editing, like the idea of editing for like videos I used to watch online on the early days of the internet, and then when I was in high school, I finally got into an editing class, and like I took off from there. Like I spent like every day like editing stuff just for fun. And I was in I would spend my lunches in the class, like editing stuff and material to the point where the second year I was in that class, the teacher made me like his unofficial PA to teach the other students.
Whoa.
Because I had it like down more than everyone else had.
Wait, that's pretty cool. So you're like a quick learner. Like I feel like your learning style is so immersive.
Yeah, it depends on what it is. Like I just need the time to like sit down and really like get it down before like I jump into it. Like you two.
We have a very different learning style.
Yeah.
Also, Eric and I feel like a lot of smart people in the world have a different learning style than me, which is just get in front of the camera and try to do a headstand. I don't think I'd ever attempted to do a headstand before, but I saw the camera was something special and I wanted to do a little trick for it.
Yeah. See, what was the other one that we saw? Manny, was it?
Let's see. Were you there when the Shire Wolves had their last match?
When they retired. Yeah, I was. And I made the farewell promos. I did like the last.
That I also saw.
The match promo between them and Corruption and the farewell, whole like thing when they were saying goodbye. I made both of those, and it was very special to be there, to watch them watch it when it happened, especially for the last one when everyone was giving like their thoughts on them. They were sitting there in the crowd, and I got to watch them like tear up and like react to the whole thing. I wish I recorded it for my own sick purposes to like enjoy.
Oh wow, whoa! Some real talk.
Yeah.
Eric just admitted he wanted to catch people crying on camera, so he.
That's why I like reactions. I like seeing everyone cry. There is a handful. I go back and I watch people cry to those promos that I made for the Shire Wolf stuff.
Actually, that makes sense. Like
I find it enjoyable. I do.
And now you've gotten to the crux of why me and Eric get along so well. He likes watching people cry, and I love crying.
It's very special. I mean, it's very special just to know that your work like can do that to someone. Because editors rarely get
the
kind of like the interaction, that level of interaction that you see, like the immediate payoff of it, like for like, you know, promos I do for Spectacular and these events. It's rare when you get an edit done and like the next day or the next week or the next month you see like the impact it has on people. Whereas, you know,
if people even recognize you for your work at all. Like the thing is, Schmoedown doesn't have a director, so everyone knows that everything that's being done is like.
Yeah. So that's the thing about editing and like sound as well. Like, it's like the quote from Futurama: when you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. Because it's just
that's a very good quote.
Yeah, it's because it's
that's like Douglas Adams good.
Yeah, because you're supposed to do your job to the point where like you're almost unseen. You just have to make it good. So the promos and stuff were very special for me because I could put my own flair into it, my own like kind of ideas into like what that means to people in the show, and I was very happy to see that. You know, Sorry from Call to Action, she said she felt like I really got what the show meant to her and to other people through those promos, and like, what the, you know, when I explained like how the Shy Wolves meant to each other and to the competitors and stuff.
You know what you're making me feel really bad about?
What?
Your birthday.
My birthday? Why?
Because I'm just not a very good editor.
What? Well, I don't see the correlation there.
I mean, you're right, because it's still a birthday present. It's still technically a surprise, and apparently you just don't bother thinking about it. But you know, there's some video element to it.
Oh, I see.
And I just found the whole thing so upsettingly aggravating. I just spent the whole time on Star Wipes and then couldn't get it to export.
Yeah.
So.
Danny asks, I remember the Rokadoc came into your hands late on the production, if I'm not mistaken. How was it to lead and create that? So yeah, we started the Rokadoc, the idea of it in actually early March of 2019. And Christian said he wanted to have like a documentary that kind of explained Roka's like journey through Schmoedown. And I was gonna coordinate with Frank Janisch to help create that. And so off the bat, we're like, let's do something where we shoot like interviews with people at the free for all, because then we'll have the free for all be at the bookend of like kind of his like story in this. And we're like, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Let's do that. So we shot what we could. It was kind of like slapdash because we didn't have the equipment that we needed right away. I brought RB3's camera to shoot that stuff along with like the free for all promo like shots that you see, like Mike Kalinowski walking out and JT with the hands coming up and stuff like that. I shot all that. And I shot the interviews alongside that, and I realized the sound wasn't great, and we also didn't get like all of the aspects that we needed. You know, Bateman said he really wanted to be in that to say his thoughts on Roka. And so throughout the year, I tried to plan out doing more interviews with everyone. And halfway through the year, we realized Roka was potentially going to retire or go on another huge run. And I thought to myself, it doesn't make sense for us to do this documentary like and finish it before that happens, before we can conclude that narrative. Yeah,
uninteresting.
And so
that's only interesting if you're doing a true crime case and the case is currently on trial and you're trying to sway the verdict. That's the only time you should be making a documentary that's like happening in real time. It was like during like the Manson. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so we're trying to like convince Roka to retire.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to coming out with a documentary that has an ending when this thing's in the middle of it is stupid.
Yeah, so like I convinced Christian.
Not stupid, but
yeah, sometime in like I think June or July, I convinced Christian to let me finish the documentary at the end of the year, in between seasons. That way it could be content we could put out in between seasons, and that way I can make sure I have like a good tail end to like this story. And luckily he went with it. He let me kind of handle it, and we got into production much later in the year as to like fleshing that out entirely.
I like Garth's thing. What does it say? Yeah, what does it say?
Garth?
I don't think there's a question here. Or maybe there is.
Edited with film reels, videotapes in the 70s and 80s. We got avid in the AV Center, and I got behind on the tech. Best advice on what to use to get back into it.
Premiere Rush is what I found out from him.
Premiere Rush from Garth.
No, from you. Yeah. I found out you like Premiere Rush.
Oh, I like Premiere. Like Premiere Rush is like the like streamlined version of that.
Oh, is that why it's like fucking up?
Maybe, yeah. Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro is what I use. I also learned on Avid, like the digital version of Avid though. When I was in college, and I was really into that, and that was fun to learn with. I started making trailers in college for like a trailer class I was a part of. And maybe
trailer class.
Yeah, and that's like kind of I think the first like inside like first step I got into like making the shortened like form content that I like to do.
Oh, I like that because in college it was like the kind of the years that like those mashup. When I was in college and taking my one film editing class, it was like the year that they started releasing those fake trailers on YouTube that were like recuts of The Shining as if it was a comedy, blah, blah. And I had this whole theory that like like for a while I was like, commercials are just like these shorts directed by somebody who cuts the footage. Yeah. Almost like I was sort of dapping the editor before I really knew what editors were. I was like, if you cut around it, it's different. So that person should be getting credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Avid is really great, and it's like it is still the industry standard for a lot of studios, but Premiere has made a lot of leaps in the last like 6-7 years to like kind of catch up with that, and it is a really great platform. And the one thing I like about Premiere is it's very intuitive, and like a lot of the mechanics in it are streamlined to be very simple and easy to use, but effective. Not like they're not like stripped down. You can do a lot of stuff in Premiere and with After Effects tied together in the Adobe suite entirely. And I am just much faster in it, which is what I need these days. I'm a pretty fast editor for what I need to do.
It's insane. Like I said, he watches things on doubles. Everything's on double speed all the time.
Yeah, and Avid, while it is great, like it's very meticulous. Like, it takes a lot of steps to do like one thing, and it's a well-structured platform. It's very stable, but it does take a lot to kind of learn and like dive into to do very like numerous steps to complete like a thing, to complete an objective.
You told me once why not Final Cut, but why not Final Cut?
Final Cut is great. It's the thing with Final Cut is that it was like a really established streaming platform for a long time.
Yeah.
And then they changed it when they went to Final Cut X, Final Cut Pro X.
Oh, we got a new one. We got a new one.
Yeah, and so like the UI, the user interface changed from what it was. It looks similar to Adobe and from Avid. Now it looks more similar to iMovie, with like the kind of like larger timelines and like the larger thumbnails of like libraries that you have and stuff like that.
Can I show you what I use?
Sure.
Because I also use, you wouldn't know this about me because I'm so bad at computers, but I'm pretty good at phones.
Yeah.
So like to make like all the weird videos that I was making over the summer, I wasn't just using Instagram stories. I was using this thing called Storywave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, look at all these apps I have. I have PixArt, which makes the things go wavy in the background when they're still photos. I have Storywave that lets you do stuff. I have Prisma, Polar, Jiffy World, which is that's different. That's AR, but like it's like Pokemon Go, but it's just GIFs. You can make GIFs appear. I'm gonna do that right now, actually, while you answer another question.
More questions. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. There was one else I saw from Chris C-Dub. He says, "Have you ever been given something to edit that was much more difficult than you're used to?" There have been projects in the past, not related to the Schmoedown or anything, but when I was a freelance editor, that were given to me that was not necessarily too much, but just the people who were involved were asking a little bit too much for what they were willing to pay and offer. And like I have been, in the space where I work for free for, like credit or for like to help a friend out and stuff. And I've been used to that for a long time. Luckily, I have worked past that point where I do expect to get paid for what I do.
Isn't that weird? Like that has to be something that you have to be like, and I do expect to get paid.
Yeah, you have to earn that way in yourself, in your mind. You have to kind of get to that point.
Yeah, you have to believe that what you're doing is worth value. Otherwise, like you're giving away, or first of all, you're giving away content for free. And yes, I do believe people should have like a learning curve where they do have to do stuff for free.
Yeah.
But it's like Harlan Ellison always said, like pay the writer. If you work for free as like a writer, then you're just devaluing the like writing for everyone else, because people are then getting hired to for free and they don't have to pay real writers.
And these days, like similar to that, as I took on jobs that were a little bit too much. They expected too much of what I could give them for what they were going to give me back, and it's an escalating situation these days when you look online for post work, because people say, I want someone who can edit the picture but also do the Foley and do the sound and do the color, and then also add in like social media.
Foley?
It's like when you do sound effects in the film.
Oh, we need a social person.
Yeah. And it's like
it says every job I've ever, by the way, we get this on the editorial side too. Everybody who gets hired as an editor or writer is like, well, you're also the social person, right?
Yeah.
Like you get hired with your social.
Yeah, everything gets crunched together, and like I'm not a fan of like doing that, like having an all-in-one person. I like having a team of people to work around with, so everyone makes sure to do the best job with what they have in their own respective field.
It's basically what I did with, I mean, that's why I've been like really lucky in my life to have people like Tom, to have people like Vinny, like these are, and people like Dana Schwartz, like people that I hire. Like I might have terrible taste in most things in life, including fashion and makeup and like what to do with your hygiene, but employees, like I've always surrounded myself with people that might as well have to be my best friend forever, because it's hard to work in a vacuum. It's really hard to work in a vacuum.
Yeah, you need that team. You need that people. I blame Gravity. I just realized the other day that you do all the Iman Snow vids. How did you come across working for those guys? It's funny. I was working for Iman before I even started working for the Schmoedown. It's kind of like very close to each other, but early on last year, or I think actually the end of 2018, I was a fan of Iman's videos as I was trying to learn the space, like, Blitz at the Party and the Real Rejects and these other reaction channels.
Real Rejects make so many videos.
They do. And
they make me feel bad about myself.
I reached out to Iman because she had said casually on one of her posts that she was going to at one point need an editor. So I reached out to her. I said, hey, I'm an editor. You know, I've been editing for about 10 years, and I would love to help you out. Well, I would love to help you out for free for a small time, for like a month of videos. See if that works for you. If it makes your life easier and you think it's a worthwhile investment, then we can talk price after that. And she said she would love to do that. So she came out here shortly after that to Los Angeles for Halloween with her friends. And she was on my podcast. I did an interview with her for like about her channel and stuff. And we had dinner, and it was a great time. And so I think that kind of won her over, as to see like I'm not a crazy person that's gonna like just like, you know, feed off of her YouTube channel.
You want to see the video, mate? Sorry.
Would love to help you out for free for
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Free Ren and Stimpy.
There's more, but I'm gonna show you later.
So yeah, in 2018, fall of 2018, she brought me on as her editor, and I've been editing her for her videos ever since, doing her reaction channels. And at this point, I am her full-time editor, along with the full-time editor for the Schmoedown. So it's like half of the work that I do.
Wait, and like a full-time editor for like 4 other people, right?
Yes, I also edit for Akasan, who is another reaction editor. I edit for the Video Rejects as well, for Jappy Koi, and I also am friends with the Normies, Late to the Party, Blind Wave, and Fail Whale.
Are these like crews?
These are people. These are just people that.
Oh, I can't tell if they're people or if they're faction. Like, you know, like a.
The Normies are like a faction. Yeah, like you're
like
right.
back or like our Action Army or something.
Yeah, and if they're
so like warrior groups. I don't know.
Yeah, so for Yvonne's 3-year anniversary video, when they hit 3 years and they also passed 100,000 subscribers, I made a small like celebration video, like a happy birthday type video, and I got everyone that we knew to say like a congratulations to them.
Oh, so like what I.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, it's like the idea. So it was really fun though, and like everyone was very nice about it, and it was a great exemplification of like what the community does for each other in like this space. That's why I was crazy. That's why I was drawn to this, like working in this space with the reactors, because they're just people who like to be a part of like other people's lives, and that's kind of what I like to find myself in.
It's weird because I am such a loner by habit, and I'm used to having very like intense but then like hermetic kind of experiences with like 1 or 2 people, you know.
Yeah.
Two people if I'm feeling generous. But like the idea that like of being part of something that's like bigger than myself is completely new, and this community has been so awesome that it makes me want to join like other like side communities. Like the Action Army people are so great, and like I guess that's it technically. Like the sub army of the larger Schmoedown.
Yeah. Jenny says, how much does it cost to teach me Adobe After Effects?
Jesus, he's so busy. No.
Yeah,
no.
It costs a lot, because After Effects is a whole different beast than Premiere.
Do you know this is the only time I get to talk to Eric during the day, right? Like after this, he just goes back to work, and I just come back to crying in the garage.
Alex says, happy birthday.
Happy almost birthday. Everyone knows now.
Drop by, say hi.
Hey, wait, Alex, do you wanna come on and say hi?
Well, she's just dropping by.
She's just dropping by and say, I'm the one person who's like, I'm doing a drive by. I'm like, come in.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, yeah, if anyone wants to pop in, first of all, just hit that like and subscribe button. It feels gross to say, but do it because it's Eric's birthday and it's not for me.
Rob Adams said, I'd like to be a freelance editor.
And then also
start being a freelance editor.
Also go down Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Go Streamlabs. VideoDrew.com.
Yeah. I think the first thing. This is a side thing, but it leads into this, which is that after I finished college, I went back to my hometown and I taught a high school class for how to edit to high schoolers for about 2 years. And I learned basically the steps that I took to get to the point where I am now was that you just have to learn how to like enjoy doing it first. Editing can be really fun, but it's very time consuming and very meticulous. And if you're forced to do it for work, it puts like a bad taste in your mouth, like from the get-go, if that's your first experience with it. So I taught those students, like basically I gave them like projects to do without like, they had like time limits and deadlines to hit, but like, cause that's for the school year, but I let them have like their space to work on it in their own regard to learn how to love it first.
Oh, you know what I did first? I decided to edit by taking a lot of Adderall and then trying to do it. And I remember like 3 horrifying nights and then never again.
Yeah.
I'm like literally traumatized.
So
just doing micro edits. I was like, this thing. And then I taught myself all the fonts and then I imported the material and then it all got deleted.
But yeah, that's part of it though. You have to learn how to do it like in your own way, take your time to do it and learn how to love the edit and find your own style with it and the things that you like to do in edit. Editing has different, subsects of what you do for it. There's short form editing, there's like feature editing, short film editing, so on, commercial editing, and it's not all the same.
You're like geeking out about editing right now. I love it.
And in that sense, you can find exactly what level of freelance editor you can advertise yourself as to with your own speciality.
Do you ever think you'll move on to like another kind of edit, like, or is just Just because you do both shows and you do you really, I mean, your stuff shines also like a lot in the promos.
Yeah, so like I've always been a fan, like for the longest time, of short form editing. So trailers, promos, commercial type stuff, like building a like narrative within a concise like 2 to 3 minute space is like really fun to me. It's like a puzzle, as opposed to feature films or short films, because like those narratives are established by the writers and by the people who are kind of putting together like in the broader spectrum. So
I've never wondered about this out loud, but I am right now. Does television episodes, do they have the same editor who's just the same guy throughout the entire season, or do they change from episode to episode? Because that would change. No, not the directors, the editors.
I know, like directors. Like directors change from episode to episode for TV shows.
Sometimes,
yeah.
Not the shows that I watch.
I know we're getting to the point where luckily, like they have one director for the whole vision for the whole show.
Or they'll like have Ryan Murphy do like the first 3 episodes, and then like bring in like Cary Fukunaga or like
Usually they have different editors, like a team of editors, like depending on again what this production is.
Mm-hmm.
These days it's changing. We have like some shows that are like being run like movies where they have like one editor do the entire thing.
That's what I'm thinking now, because the rhythm of I'm thinking things like True Detective and like limited edition run television shows that are that they are kind of like they're like little bubble things.
Mm-hmm.
They exist, or like anthology shows.
Yeah.
Where it's like every season is going to be different, so it can have a different pacing, and like big name writers and big name talent and big name celebrities all show up because they know the time commitment's only going to be like a season as opposed to a year. It's not locking them in.
Yeah, it could be seasonal, like it could be changed depending on what the production is.
Would you be interested in like doing something like that?
For a show?
What I'm saying is, should we write Fargo?
Should we write Fargo? That's what we're really getting to here.
Yeah. Should we write a short form limited edition TV series about our time in quarantine and then make $1 million off of it, off the next generation of baby Juners, whatever we're called. Why did I go with Jew? That's not baby Juners.
I mean, I'm always open to exploring new things. I'm very happy with where I am now with the reactions and with the Schmoedown, because I think those are, with the people I work with, I think they're on an upward trajectory where I think they have a lot of potential to do more stuff. And I like being a part of that, like helping foster some of that creativity with them.
Let's see.
Let me get C-dubs in here real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll make it short.
Oh no, I love that you're like holding the remote.
C-dub, my favorite movie is Short Term 12, which is a movie that I watched with Drew last time she was here.
Oh my God, it was so good, but like it was so insightful. I feel like in terms of understanding you as a human being, in the sense that it's both a great film and I hadn't seen it despite like knowing the cast.
Yeah, I know, besides not knowing like half the cast, having met half the cast.
I was literally like texting John Gallagher Jr. watching Short Term, being like, "Hey, you got a schlubby dad bod in this. What's up?" It's like Rami Malek and Lakeith. I mean, it was a great film. Why do I feel like the director directed Captain Marvel? That's not right.
Brie Larson was Captain Marvel. I don't know.
She was Captain Marvel.
He is directing Shang-Chi, another Marvel movie coming out.
Who directed Captain Marvel? Well, that was a married couple that did.
It was the couple. I can't remember their names right now.
But they did like Mudbound or the one with Matthew McConaughey. They did
Mud. No, that was they didn't do that one.
What did they do? Schmoedown question, guys. What did they do?
Who directed Captain Marvel? And what else did they do?
I don't care who directed it. It's a married couple. I want to know what else they do.
Alex says you can hop on for a minute.
Okay.
You send her the link.
Yes. Well, I need the remote back. Oh. I usually call the remote the box if it's actually a TV remote, and apparently I call the fucking mouse the remote. This is cute. Let me get the link by doing this, and then I have to pee. Is that fun? Let's see, not share screen. So I'm gonna run away for like 2 seconds after Alex comes on. I'm gonna send it to you over Facebook, Alex. If you're on Facebook. Alex, I still have to watch Josie and the Pussycats. That's, I guess, what we're doing tonight after the stream. By the way, in the interim, hit those like and subscribe, and then also donate in the chat if you want Eric to sing Eric happy birthday. Let's say that. I'll sing Eric happy birthday if we get like some donations up in here. And I do not like singing that song. I have a personal problem.
At least it's not copywritten anymore.
That's true. At least it's not copyright.
It won't get struck down.
By God himself. They'd have Nelson. Yes. See, I was so close. I'm sorry. All right, I was so close. They'd have Nelson. Yes. Hey, what's up, Miss Streamer?
Hey, girl. Oh, I had to turn the thing off on the other video. Whoopsie. So double.
Are you like talking to some other people?
Yeah, it was. You were still talking from the other half of the video. Hey,
wow. That's so funny because I was like, that girl's voice is annoying. That's my
Very
first thought.
familiar.
That's really funny. How are you? You seem like thriving in quarantine.
Thriving. I feel like that's a strong word.
I mean, look at you and look at me. Look at you and look at me.
I was literally in bed. I'll take your lead, girl. You know what? Should I go with I got some silver liner.
Yeah, go with me. Let's do it. Yeah, let's make this with the treasure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got a donation.
Yeah, we can do this. We can do
Sorry.
this together.
It's now after midnight on the East Coast, so happy birthday, Eric. I haven't watched Small Soldiers in many years, but I'd still love to join you if you'll have me on. Thanks. Oh, yes,
Wow.
sure.
Yeah.
So Garth will, let's do that in a little bit.
Yeah.
I know it's after midnight, but we
There
want
we
to have
go.
Alf on, who's going to be on for a hot second. And
Yeah.
then let's
We'll jump into it.
we'll jump into it. Wow. Alex, it's
There
weird.
you go.
At this point, I watch you more than I watch Schmoedown related content. I like watch you watching stuff and like hosting stuff like all the time.
And you're
C2A does produce a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I'm amazed with all the stuff that we actively do. I personally do actually do very little. It's like as a team we do quite a bit though.
Oh, I know that's like I
Yeah.
just show up and put on makeup as far as I'm concerned, and anyone else.
and
That's
you're
literally all I do. Oh,
You're-
speaking of which, I'm gonna need y'all's help.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Right?
gonna need y'all's help.
Okay.
I need to have some questions ready for Bibbs and Roka on Wednesday.
Oh my god.
And I'm looking at my list. I have like some 50 questions, and I don't feel like any of the questions I had written down are good enough for these competitors.
Okay.
I've always
one of them is the third one. I have it is what's the best music? What musical would you be in the Schmoedown?
well, no, I was gonna say what faction would make the best musical?
What faction would make the best musical? They all have to be musicals because they both are super obsessed with musicals, and it's like the one combining thing. And Roka has now admitted on air that's the one thing he really, really like envies.
Loves
Bibiani, is that Bibiani has a beautiful singing voice, which maybe
Yeah, he does have a great singing voice.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't put mine over there. I gotta do that. So that's one. How about like I would love one that has to make them fight for for each other being the best at something, like something that.
I was kind of thinking that. Well, they're both kind of similar competitors in that way, where they're both iconic competitors in both singles as well as teams. And so I did want to like somehow incorporate that into the questions, like best multi-league competitor, that kind of thing.
But neither of them are going to go with themselves. It has to be like a trap where they're forced.
Exactly. I was gonna say, and it can't be anyone from your faction.
Oh,
And because Roka automatically goes with Merle every single time, and
Right.
every argument.
well, that's funny because I also know because no one's going to want to keep their answer if the other person says the other person, unless they're Robert Meyer Burnett, they're not going to keep their answer as themselves. So.
Well, even Kalinowski, when Shannon, Barney, and Mike Kalinowski initially went up against each other for a match during their Schmoebait, it was really fun. One of the questions was, what movie star or what Hollywood actor best personifies the attitude, mindset, and everything of corruption?
Yeah.
And Shannon chose Mike Kalinowski.
Oh, that's a good one.
Chose Mike. She posted. She's like, "Hey, he is a Hollywood actor. He does auditions. He's been in movies, all this good stuff."
What do you think?
And Mike Kalinowski was like, "Shit," and I would love to argue myself, but he ended up choosing Jack Nicholson.
Ooh, that's good. That's a good one. And if he's a good actor, then he might have persuaded people.
Everyone ended up choosing Kalinowski voted in favor of Kalinowski for that question.
I like that because that's a good one. I wish that's the one I got right with Robert Meyer Burnett. That's the one that everyone actually said I was right on. Sorry, I'm trying to do this backwards through a mirror. I'm trying to give myself a cat nose because you've been promising me that we'll be watching Cats, but we have not watched Cats once. I've never seen Cats. How has it been?
Around and around and around. Oh my gosh, I love that one. I cannot wait to go over the soundtrack as well, even though we can't actually play it on here.
We can do it on Twitch. By the way, a skewed one. Thank you for your donation. I got it. We got it. It's all going to be going to, by the way, tonight's donations are going to be going straight to Eric. I don't know if this looks like what or Stop doing it, Drew.
Haha.
So do you have anything specific you want to ask Eric for his birthday? Because I have to go pee in like a second.
Well, I do want to ask Eric specifically.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually, I'm going to go run for a second, and you're going to co-host.
I did want to ask you specifically, Eric. I know you've already been kind of briefing about like your editing history, your history with Schmoedown and everything, all that good stuff. You know, but I want to know at the end of the day, why this world?
Why this world? Why the Schmoedown world?
What is it about this world in particular that are you kind of drawn to? I mean, I know it's kind of a weird question. I mean, like, is it like the community that you're more excited about? Is it was it the community that initially got you into it? Was it the knowledge? Was it the personalities? Or
I think that is kind of like a fair assessment of what it is. It was the fact that early on I was, just a fan, and I went to the live events on my own, literally by myself. And if the community wasn't as open as it was, then I probably would have just stayed by myself. I probably would have went to these events by myself without meeting or making friends. But it was the fact that through the events, I met Dwayne, I met Raul, I met Janine.
And they're amazing people.
I met PJ, I met the Rejects, I met Jexy and Chance and like the party and like all these people who were very kind to me, who were just strangers at first, and then we became good friends over time. Just through our passion of being around each other and being around this one central thing. I agree.
That's what got Lucas into Schmoedown. He's like, I really enjoy Schmoedown and everything, but that's not what got me into loving Schmoedown as much as he is. It's from going to the live events and being part of that community. So that makes sense.
Yeah, and that was a big part of it. And then as I got involved with it from a production standpoint, I was thinking about this the other day actually. I love being a part of this like thing in general, because I thought about it when Drew asked me right now too. She asked would I ever want to be a part of like another thing, like a TV show or like a movie or something. And that's I think a huge milestone that a lot of editors would like to hit. Like you can edit a picture, you can edit like something for. I used to work for a hologram company that would make like, Tupac hologram, like that was like partially our tech, and they have done like lots of other shows around the world since then. And that's a big gig, and it's a big thing to be a part of. I've also done shows for Disney World, in a sense too. And the thing about that though is, as great as those shows are, people go there to see like the spectacle or the idea of the show rather than like the show itself. Like it doesn't matter what is being displayed in that event. It's just the event itself that people are interested in. They're in passing. They're at Disney World. They're to ride rides, have fun time, and they happen to come across the light show that happens at the Grauman's Chinese Theater venue at Disney World, and that's something that they enjoy for a second, and then they move on. But for the Schmoedown, I like being part of this because it is something that people go out of their way to see, like distinctively. Like people go to Atlanta to see Bateman versus Morrow. Like they go to Atlanta to see, Damon versus Jacobson, to Spectacular to see like their favorite people. Like this is something that people are very passionate about, and they go directly to these things with the objective to see like this one thing that they really are putting their whole lives on pause for, to go fly out across the world and the country to come see.
Yeah, I mean, you're also, it's really nice, being where you are. You're out in LA where it's super convenient, hypothetically, not right now, obviously, but it's super convenient to go to live matches and, do location-wise. It's easy to drive to a studio in Burbank or wherever the studio is, that kind of thing. I am in that situation where if I want to go to any live event, I would have to fly a whole long way. I'm here based in St. Louis, so it is quite it's a little bit of a hike if I want to go anywhere. I don't blame you. What are some of your? I know you talked about some of your favorite movie. Like, what are some of your favorite like animated shows? Like, what were some of your favorite shows like that you grew up with in your childhood?
Animaniacs. Drew says. I did. I would say the one constant, which Drew knows at this point, is The Simpsons.
Oh my God, he loves The Simpsons. He loves The Simpsons, but he loves.
I grew up watching The Simpsons with my brother and sister, and a lot of our cultural knowledge and references that we have come from that show.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Show everyone.
Yeah, Drew got me.
He has like a bunch of these, but they are ding dongs, right? That you eat.
I've not had a ding dong before.
Oh, god damn it.
It's the same
God
thing.
damn it,
It's
Drew.
it's chocolate and cream.
I
It's
sent
the
you
same
back for fake candy for like saying that something I got it wrong. Welcome to Drew the Experience.
thing.
Anyway, go ahead.
But I think one of my favorite animated shows, besides Simpsons, Simpsons is great because it's like very smart and funny. But I also love Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Oh, yes. Do you have an element?
Probably Earth. Earth is
I
like the
can do
most
that. Yeah.
economical.
Total Earth. Like, even if it's
Well,
not
Earth is a great one.
Yeah.
I was always a tie between air and water. I think I'm more air though than more than anything. Do you have a Hogwarts house?
This is the thing that's funny. I was asking Drew this.
I'm hard.
I didn't. I wasn't sure what the houses like meant to people at certain points. Like, is it just like an arbitrary thing? People just like, I like
we
this
were
house.
talking about this.
Yeah, we
No,
did. I actually,
No, we talked about the house hopping.
Depends on the person. It really does depend on the person. Did you ever read the books or anything growing up?
I did.
Of course, he read the
I did.
books.
I watched the movie.
How
and
dare
I
you?
don't know. There's a lot of people that I would assume.
Oh my
you know,
god! This is
never
a
know.
very literary person, by the way. He's been showing me these comic books, these Alan Moore graphic novels that I'd never finished, or I didn't know there was a third.
Well, okay. Well, he just asked. He just mentioned like, well, I'm not really entirely sure about the houses. So
yeah.
What I meant by that was that people treat the houses like their zodiac sign. I wasn't sure if there was like an official like criteria that you can find to like find who you are as a house. I
well,
wasn't
you
sure.
can go to Pottermore.com.
Pottermore.com.
Give you the quiz with my personality. Now, I am going to okay, so I'm not going to so much diagnose you, but based on like my gut reactions, I would have to say, Drew, I honestly would think that you're a Ravenclaw.
Nope. Yeah, but sure. Maybe
the reason I say that is because you're very curious. You have a very different way of thinking about things. And you're not so much like asking yourself, what do other people think? You're thinking about your own theories, and you're very book smarts. You're very inquisitive. You like to do your own thing, and that makes you very unique, very similar to like Luna Lovegood. That's one of the reasons why. So that's the reason why she's she's actually, a lot of people like in the books, a lot of people was like, why are you in Ravenclaw? I mean, you're not like traditionally book smarts. And the reason why that she was put in, because she is such a curious, inquisitive, she's an outside the book. And that's why she was put in Ravenclaw.
I assumed I was Slytherin because I was like, "There's a bad one," and I was like,
no,
it's
"I mean,
there's
bad characters there are
good looking
and Gryffindors that are Death Eaters. I mean, there's bad characters in bad and good in every single Hogwarts house. Honestly, I would have to say, deep in my heart,
yeah, I
would have to say either Gryffindor or a Hufflepuff.
I was going to say Hufflepuff. I was going to say Hufflepuff.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. Actually, the really popular one right now is Hufflepuff specifically. I feel like you are intensely loyal, but also you're very eager to help people. You're very, I don't like to say you're a provider. You're not so much a provider, but you are constantly working on things to help other people achieve their goals as well. So you like to help. You're not always focused on your own goals, but you reach your own goals by helping other people reach their goals, if that makes sense. But people are just naturally attracted to you for guidance and help whenever they need it. Again, loyalty. But also
on the Pottermore website.
It's like I'm basing off my own personal thing, but based off the books and this is Pottermore. Now that being said, I'm a Slytherin till the end.
I'm a Slytherin. No fair.
Pottermore said I was like 95% Slytherin. So
I'm pretty sure I took a test and they were just straight up. The Sorting Hat was like, "I'm scared of you," and I was like, "Okay, I'll just be the hell in the bottom card of character. I'll just go through that again." Like I am every other thing.
There's a lot of great, wonderful characters that are in Slytherin. Just like you can be a complete asshole and come from Gryffindor. I mean, there are a lot of assholes that are Death Eaters, that are horrible, racist, sexist Death Eaters that are in Gryffindor and
Muggle hating Death Eaters.
Yeah, like Ravenclaw, or Sam 5 says Ravenclaw is a house of weird nerds. That's just Schmoedown fans in general.
Yeah,
you know who you're talking to. I mean, let's be honest.
Someone who just put on makeup, which when I looked in the mirror looked absolutely batshit insane. So I'm like, I don't the wrong person.
Yeah, but honestly, that's my assignments to both of you guys. Like, how do you guys feel about where I place you?
That's a great question too for Roka and Bibbs.
What house? What Harry Potter house are they?
What Harry Potter house is the other?
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that. Or it could be like towards like one specific.
Put it in the Harry Potter world because I think they're both kind of like they're not like deep nerds,
Roka,
but yeah, Roka is.
The Harry
Well,
Potter
I did a few Schmoebait matches ago. I did ask. I really want to use it again because I would love to see it argued. Was what franchise deserves its own league inspired by the Star Wars franchise having its own league?
Oh, I know that, the Fargo EU. Fargo
so someone said in favor of MCU movies, and the other person said Wizarding World movies.
Oh.
Now those are very safe. Very safe arguments, but again, safe and very popular arguments. So I do not blame them. But what would you guys go with?
For what needs to be a franchise? I love how you're constantly doing
a franchise or universe deserves its own league.
And okay. David Lynch.
David Lynch.
They're scary, like horror movies needs its own league because horror is like so underexplored in the Schmoedown that the one time we like had like that great horror exhibition match, like the questions were so radically different. And like I was watching Ben on your show yesterday, and he was saying that like I heard the shout out to me and us because he was like he likes our quizzes because they're intertextual and they ask like who did what to whom, and that when I watched my first Inner Geekdom, the reason that I liked it was because I was like, oh, they're finally asking like questions about the plot, and that you have to have seen the movie, and like you can't have just like skated by on memorizing a bunch of nerd facts because you're good at memorizing that stuff. So,
well, actually, on that note, I was actually thinking about creating another game for, because Schmoebaits has been so popular and everything. I was thinking about actually creating another game, based on it, because thinking along the lines of Jeopardy. So where like in Jeopardy, there's like 10 categories of movies. So, and there's like not 10 categories of movies. It would be like 10 categories, and each category, instead of being a category, it would be one specific movie. So one of it could be Bring It On. The other one could be Birdcage. Another one could be American Psycho or whatever. And there would be 10 different movies. Now, and each of them, there would be like 100 potential questions. And you can be like American Psycho for 500, and it would be like level 500 of like how intense.
We need 20 PJs, but guess what? We have 20 PJs. Yeah, what? I like this. I like this idea. I was about to say, but we have a lot of people.
Yeah, it was just like a little thought, just because I know like a lot of the matches and everything are kind of being put on kind of hold right now, trying to figure everything out. But and I know it's not. I know like competitors like you guys can't technically be in like a fan league exhibition match, things like that.
Is that a question?
You can judge it. You can be a commentator, or a judge, or whatever, but you can't be a thing. So I was like trying to get creative and trying to think of like other types of movie kind of games, inspired games that we could have on C2A.
Great question. We played a game last night that he taught me.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
The Blockbuster home game.
The Blockbuster home game. It involves buzzers though. Everyone would need to get a buzzer, and they need to like be able to like. So that might be hard.
Yeah, we could figure that. We could mess it.
I feel like we could help you out. But there are like a lot of like fun movie games.
Yeah, but I like the idea. The Jeopardy idea makes sense. The structure is already there from the actual game, and so we just kind of integrate it with Schmoedown ideas.
Mm-hmm. What you have to think in mind, though, and this is like hard for me, and I'm realizing it as I go along, is I so want to talk about the movies that I'm watching to do a quiz on or to do something on, and then everyone who like joins up is like, well, we're just watching it alongside you, and so we'll like memorize things. Like you want them to be surprise movies, I'm assuming. Like you don't want to put people's strengths on there. You don't want it to be studyable. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. No, I totally understand. It's I was a little hesitant kind of going through with it, actually, not without talking to you guys, just because I feel like it is kind of similar to like some of the games that you guys play, honestly. But honestly, I really love the games that you guys play. I really do. I think they're all that a bag of chips.
It's all Eric. This is Eric's game, so you talk to him.
Eric.
I'm like doing this
the real MVP of Schmoedown. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Everyone did that.
I like the idea of like the Jeopardy thing, and thank you for asking me. And it is similar, but I think it's different enough. Like we're not going to be competing in any sense. The stuff we do is very streamlined. It's like the one movie, and it's kind of more like the passion of it that people have from like trying to memorize a movie that they grew up loving, as opposed to your thing. There's a passion and memory thing to it, but it's also like there is some slight strategy to it because you get to have the varying films that you get to choose from, so you can like pick and choose how you
and I would want like it would be like a movie from like a different category, and it would be across like all genres, and I would probably like try to let you guys know within like whoever competes like within the first few days, I mean a few days prior or something. But I kind of want them to be, because I know we were chatting with Ben last night about it, and even he was like saying, you know, like a lot of these questions are, I mean, they're a lot of them like the very surface level questions. Like I don't know if like who's the director should be like a 3-point question, you know. I mean, like, but obviously it's very, because it is super like who's the director of Clue?
John Lynn. I now know.
I mean, like I don't know that, but I mean, like someone like yourself, maybe that's super duper common knowledge.
No,
so
it wasn't
incredibly subjective. But I know to really kind of hyper focus on certain movies like that is something that he says that he was preferring.
Yeah. I mean, I watched his comment on that, and I watched Paul be like, "Wait, can we steal that?" So I think I saw the genesis of this conversation. But no, just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I think there's a lot of people around with a lot of time, and all we want to do is talk about movies and watch movies and like have quizzes about movies.
Fun. Yeah.
Because how else are we gonna keep playing? Like, how else are we gonna keep this?
I mean, we need to have.
Oh, Rob Clark donated $10. Hi guys, sorry I can't stay long. I'm going to watch the replay at work tomorrow. Again, LOL. Oh, watch replay again.
Yeah,
LOL.
Thanks. Yeah,
hey, thanks, Rob. That's going directly to NerdChronic.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, on that note, I should be heading off. I'm still like, I kind of feel bad hopping in here as long as I have been. I did want to kind of, you know, chat with you. And again, happy birthday, Eric. You deserve all the loves in spite of everything. I hope you get like a monstrous amount of hugs from everyone in the house, that in a very safe way, of course.
Yep.
Thank you.
And know that we're giving you air hugs, virtual air hugs.
Thanks.
I'm giving you a real hug like this.
Yeah.
There you go.
VideoDrew.
Oh yeah, and Cinema Bias tomorrow at 7.
Yes. You can find me on doing Schmoebates every single week, where I'm going to be hosting a thing between Roka and Bibbs here on Wednesday at 9:30 Central. So come hang out, watch them argue to the death, to the battle, to the blood. It'll be a fun time. And tomorrow we're going to be, Drew and I, we're going to be doing this really fun little thing called Cinema Bias. We're going to be diving into the movie, one of my favorite movies growing up that you haven't seen yet, which hurts my heart.
I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen it. I'm not sure if Eric's seen it.
I have seen it once.
There's a lot of major themes. I would chat with I chat with Rachel about it yesterday. She is so fucking psyched.
I mean, can I ask who directed it?
What?
Who directed it?
Wait, let me find out. I don't know, honestly.
I know.
We have the means. We have the technology.
So sometimes that 3-pointer is hard.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should do a Josie Pussycat quizzes.
Oh my God, well then everyone will know. You should quiz us after Cinema Bias. You should just come in like the Hamburglar and be like, "Hey, here's like 3-point quiz on Josie and the Pussycats." And whoever wins gets to win.
It's actually a duo, Harry Alphonse and Deborah Kaplan. So they've done, he's mostly a writer, but he did like Can't Hardly Wait, Mary Jane, Leisure.
I've met them. I've hosted a panel with them. Yeah. Can't Hardly Wait, because I was really excited to be on and Amy Heckerling from Clueless was also on the panel. I was very excited the Can't Hardly Wait couple was on the panel, and I did know they did Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh.
But I would never in a million years. So director, Clue is one of my favorite movies. I couldn't pull the director like in a million years.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, it's definitely a movie that not only ages well, but the more, I don't want to say the more you watch it, but I mean, it's a lot, there's a lot of big themes that I think a lot of people initially throw away. But upon rewatch, I mean, It's
I remember
fantastic.
the opening scene very well. I mean, what's weird about Chasing the Pitsky Cats is I feel like Rachel Wood. Rachel, she also had 3 names though. The main star has like, she is way less famous now
Rachel Lee
than
Cook?
Rachel Lee Cook. Their names sound very similar. Thank
Yeah.
you. Whose name sounds like Evan Rachel Wood? Rachel Lee Cook. Thank you. Perfect partner.
There you go, that lady.
Everyone else in that movie is like kind of famous. I remember Alan Cumming. It was in
Yeah,
it.
Rosario Dawson, Tara Reid, Alan
Parker
Cumming,
Posey,
and Carson Daly is in it.
Let's save it. Let's save it for the podcast.
Yeah, save it for the
Well,
podcast.
Yeah,
let's save
sorry.
it for
Of course. I'm so sorry. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Again, happy birthday. Thanks for everyone. I'll see you guys on tomorrow and on Wednesday. And have a great night, guys.
Cool.
Thanks,
Night.
Alex. Night.
This is gonna be an all night. This is gonna be an all night stream. I've decided.
I know, right?
No, it is.
Strange to my birthday.
This is like this is like this. This is like the new party scene is like doing all night streams.
We can do one tomorrow night for my birthday.
Yes. Did you hear that? All night tomorrow for his birthday. All night stream.
All right, so should we jump into a quiz?
Yeah, let's jump into a quiz. If Garth is still awake, I know he wanted to do small soldiers, but we might. Is Garth still awake? Yeah, he
Garth,
is.
are you still here? Yeah.
Garth, is anyone else interested in playing small soldiers? Because having never seen it or even heard of it, I don't think I'd be the best person to play Garth.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if anyone's interested in trying their luck at that, I know it's going to be a little difficult. It's not like a family classic, but some people have seen it.
Why do you have it? I've never even heard of it.
I was doing quizzes when I was at my old job at night, and like it happened to pop up on like new on Netflix. It was like small soldiers. Like that's a challenge. I'll like challenge myself by making a quiz out of that. So I did.
So you said that originally the quizzes were like for stuff that you loved and like people like memorizing stuff that they loved as a kid, but then also sometimes arbitrarily you'll like hamburger it and just like throw in like a.
I liked small soldiers when I was growing up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
So it's about soldiers that are turned real. So like kind of like the Indian in the cupboard.
Not quite. No, they are toys that are given microchips that make them sentient.
Oh, that's so scary. That's like that Black Mirror episode I was telling you that I hate with all of them.
All of them.
That's like all the Black Mirror that I thought is so terrifying. All of them. Specifically the ones with the idea of cookies and like the idea of outlasting. Like the idea of the singularity is very scary to me. Like the idea of your brain outlasting your body and then you're lasting forever or a minute lasting a million years.
Yeah.
Like, that concept is very scary. So small soldiers, while not addressing that, has nothing to do with this conversation whatsoever.
Craig, the barbarian. My birthday is tomorrow.
Yeah, guys, we were way off. We were way off.
The 31st.
Should remember that. Same birthday as my husband. Should have remembered that. Did not. Maybe that's
almost
what we're
there
divorced.
though. But yeah, so if Garth is throwing his hat in the ring for the small soldiers quiz, I think Robert Adams said he hadn't seen it in a while, but he'd be interested in trying it out.
Let's be honest. This quiz is doing this. The reason no one's throwing their hat in is because we've done this correctly for once, and we haven't announced what we're gonna do. So people are like, "Wait, the what?" Oh, but they want to like show up because everyone wants to show up for the best, and it's Eric's almost birthday. Tomorrow night, all night stream. Oh, Craig said he'll do small soldiers. Having seen the battlefield, the barbarian enters. Okay, you know what? It's happening.
All right, so why don't you send the links out?
I'll do that. When I went to the bathroom, I looked so crazy.
You wash your face off. You're like, never mind.
No, the thing is, this doesn't come off. This is what I found out last night. This stuff,
the black
part, yeah, but also the white stuff doesn't come off, which I found out last night, and then I decided to put more on my face. I'm not even sure technically if it's marker. I think like it might just not be for your body, or it's like for people who go to Coachella. Craig, I'm sending you the link. How's everybody's day? That's my impression of Christian's Bob Dylan.
I will say, no pressure, guys. My friend Andres Galagos, did relatively well on this. He missed a handful, but he did okay from his raw knowledge of the film.
Andre Galagos did, and no one tell him this yet. Mm-hmm. Well, you can tell Andres this, but because he knows. But we have a Saw quiz for the entire franchise, which is fine because none of y'all is watching all the Saw movies like in preparation for this quiz, unless you are that bored, in which case don't seek help.
Yeah.
I think we can tell people to stop seeking help. That's not a thing. You can just stop seeking help. No one's here to help you. Here we go. We got Garth and I sent it to Barbarian, Garth, and who was the third one? Robert Adams. So that's on Facebook. Blue ones and soldier.
Yeah, Troy's not here tonight. Troy's usually been our ringer, but our Barbarian's doing a job. Being our ringer for
Barbarian's. Can I be honest, straight up? Barbarian feels like he's more part of the VideoChronic like extended universe, and just did a crossover one time for for Schmoedown.
Barbaric video.
Yeah, I feel like he's part of our universe, and then he did a cameo and like on the Schmoedown, and everyone was like, "Oh, did you catch that?"
You're like Hercules on Xena.
Yes, exactly. No, not Hercules. You're like Bruce Campbell on Xena.
No, we just established it was Hercules.
Oh, we decided. Oh, we looked it up.
We established it was Bruce Campbell was on both those shows.
Yes, exactly. That's what Barbarian is.
Yeah, he was on those 2 shows.
If someone was on reality and also those 2 shows. Oh, you know what? I got to shut me up sometimes. Candy. Yeah.
That tracks.
That's true. It's like that gif of me like patting Tom because for once I'm like too busy talking on something to. Yeah. Let's see. I can't wait to see how Dawn. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Because I'll tell you something. Adelia. I took that stock quiz, and I did. What did I do? I basically petty fogged my way into that being an irrelevant quiz. The quiz took 4 hours.
You did all right, but every answer was met with like a 2-minute rant.
Not 2 minutes. Let's be clear. Like every answer was met with the kind of outrage I usually reserve for United Airlines still being in service. Like it was personal outrage.
Garth, we sent it to you on Twitter, I believe.
Yeah, we sent it to Garth on Twitter, and did I send it to Robert? I feel like I did. Did I forget to? No, that's Craig. I also sent it to you, Craig, on Facebook, and Robert, I forgot to send it to you because I got distracted, and I sent it to Craig on Facebook as well. So both of you should have it. Here you go. Hold on, Robert. I'm more spacey than usual today. Robert, what is your banner profile picture? Don't look. Don't look at that.
I was looking at the banner.
I know.
No secrets here.
Not until midnight. And then when you get to feed this gremlin. Hey.
Oh.
Does this headset work?
It is.
Yeah. Did you just get that in the mail? It looks new.
No. Trisha Hirschberger sent it to me actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No,
She's real cool, and on Twitch and stuff, she gives people stuff all the time. So
she does. I've seen her stuff. It's fantastic.
What do you mean she gives people stuff?
She's a Twitcher. She's Twitcher, where she was part of what channel was she on?
She used to be part of the I'm blanking on the name now. It was with Sam Basher and Maud Garrett and all that. And
SourceFed or no?
SourceFed. Yeah, she was part of SourceFed for a long time, and then she's been doing RPGs and stuff. But she plays games on Twitch a lot, and she does lots of tech stuff, tech videos and all that. Yeah. And so she gets tons of free stuff. So she'll get computer stuff and headsets and chairs, and so she just gives it away to fans. She's like, "Here you go."
Yeah, I met her at WonderCon last year. She was part of the Screen Junkies panel. She was arguing best zombie movie against Dan Merle.
Oh, you told me about this.
Yeah, she's involved with a lot of places like Screen Junkies and all that.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
We meet again.
Wow, the audio just went weird.
Yeah, I had to turn the TV off.
What were you watching? Was it Small Soldiers?
Yeah, no, I just fast forward through the entire Small Soldiers in 5 seconds.
What are you, Eric?
I haven't seen Small Soldiers in a long time, but there's a lot about it that I like to remember.
You know what? I heard your criticism on the Finstock, not criticism, but I heard your thing about on the Finstock criticism when I criticized you on the Finstock Exchange podcast for not getting the clue quiz right, and you were right, and I've taken that note, and I don't think any longer we're going to tell people ahead of time. Besides,
it's fun if everyone involved has like a
remember
Fargo quiz. We both knew in advance, and it was good. But also with the Dark Knight, Garth and I had no advance time, and that was also good.
Yeah, and we were just playing on our memories, and that's why we kept going multiple choice, because it was like, oh, wait a second.
Look what we have.
Here we go.
My favorite kind of situation.
There.
4 dudes, 1 Drew.
That sounds like a sitcom.
It's not even an innuendo. That's just really how I like a room to look, my writer's room.
Yeah.
Wasn't that sitcom with Ryan Reynolds? 4 dudes and a Drew.
I think that was that.
I believe you mean a sitcom with Richard Ruccolo.
I think it was a video I watched this morning to get my day started.
Guys, how are we all holding up during the quarantine? I know, before we get done with this quiz, we all good? We all good?
Oh, and I pulled out this happy birthday, Eric.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yay! But actually, no, we're not going to hit him.
I'm having a birthday Saratoga for Eric.
Well, you're gonna have to do it again tomorrow because it's not technically his birthday yet.
Yeah. So
But
tomorrow-
It is here. It's after 12:30 here.
That's right.
Don't worry, I will definitely also be drinking tomorrow.
God, I've now been waffling on the idea of like, I'm like, oh man, do I like drinking? The concept of it sounds pretty nice. The idea of
all right, guys. So we're going to jump into a Small Soldiers quiz.
it's a movie,
Yeah, it's a movie.
technically.
Does everyone have your writing utensils?
I do not.
Why did you do this?
I was watching a movie.
Are you doing it like Drew style? You're just gonna jump into the quiz without any idea?
Yeah, no, I was finishing up the movie. I saw online there was something about happy birthday. I said, whose birthday is it?
We've known for
Not
days whose birthday it wasn't.
Danny, yes. Everyone go watch the Barbarians interview on the FinStock Exchange podcast.
I think you mean the Barbarian and at the very, very end, VideoDREW.
And
Yeah.
video as well.
I went through about 2 liters of sangria during that podcast. It was fantastic.
Can I be honest? Do you agree with what I said that it does not feel like you are so much part of the Schmoedown universe as you are part of the VideoChronic universe, and then you just cameoed this one time on Schmoedown, like an Arrow crossover thing?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been on several episodes of Schmoedown. I've only had one match, but like, you know, I'm always creeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you have like your own spinoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. We were the quarantine spin-off show. I like it.
I mean, look at it. Look at the little banner. It looks like the Brady Bunch. We're already a show. Robert, do it.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna relocate to a place with better lighting.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, because we're all actually taking
I also need to relocate to a place with more Elvis.
Oh, sounds
Very
good.
true.
Hey, that's cheating. You can't grab your fur.
It's not a teams match.
What? And I'll take this time to say, like and subscribe if you haven't already, or like even if you don't like this, but you just like hate watching it, just like and subscribe it anyway, because I think that helps the world. This thing that we're doing is really helping people out. It's helping them they stay sane. It's helping me stay sane. It's helping Eric stay sane listening to me. It's helping everybody.
Yes.
For an exhibition match, I want a teams match: Barbarian and Elvis versus VideoDREW and a little voodoo doll of her.
Oh my god! You mean Viking B's voodoo doll? Voodoo doll that I try to put my own hair in before thinking that's a bad idea. Where's the hair?
I still have the hair.
Oh my god, we have a bag of hair, you guys.
Oh, that was the weirdest thing.
Can I ask whose hair it is?
Yeah, it's my hair and somebody else's.
Yes, you can, and no, you can't find out the answer.
After my grandmother died, that was the weirdest thing we found when we were clearing out the house. She had all these little clumps of hair, of like haircuts of like people in the family. Like, oh this is a great nephew, and this is, and I'm like, what?
That makes sense. I remember people used to braid, like clip out a braid of their hair, like plait it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she had all these little things, and it was just weird. It was like, oh, these are all our relatives, and she has all their hair.
That's so cool. Where are they now? Like, where are the clippings now?
Oh, I don't think anyone kept them. I think we were just creeped out.
Oh man. Sorry. That was me. That sounds like a thing. Well, my mom keeps all our teeth, and sometimes I get them back if I'm being good.
Oh yeah, no. I went to. I was cleaning out my. Never mind. I'm not gonna. I'll stop that story now because it involves other people.
Wait, what does this mean? I'm on today's match. What match am I on today?
You were on today's match.
Me? How?
No, I was on. I was in
couple versus the boss.
I was in today's match.
Yes.
Don't be confusing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so Small Smolders quiz.
Small Smolders.
Small Smolders. Let's get this little chemical on you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, jeez.
This is going to be, Eric's going to take the lead on this because I don't know this
I'll take point because she doesn't even know what this movie is.
No, for once I'll show her happy birthday.
That's my gift.
And I'm curious when the last time people have watched it is, because for me it's probably a decade.
It's probably more than a decade for me, but I do have it on my shelf. I do own this movie.
Yeah. It's probably been almost a decade.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like we were listening to Tom's podcast the other day, and he's really good friends with Eric Barnes, who's Warfather. So 2 years ago, like Tom was doing a podcast and he like referenced how Warfather's like house is just DVDs and like collective, like all this stuff. And I was like, whoa, it's like a pre-Schmoedown. It was like a little foreshadowing.
Yeah.
It's weird. And then I know PJ has like wall to wall, like
He does. I've been to
friggin'
PJ's
DVDs.
place, when he had that.
It's tryptophobic, man.
Yeah.
I can't look at any of his pictures of DVDs. And your
The
comic,
majority of my apartment is DVDs and comics.
that's my dad. That's you. That's
I have a feeling this is going to be so bad. Y'all are going to ask us like the title of this movie that we're doing the quiz on, and we're all still going to go to multiple choice.
Toy soldiers.
Name one actor, any actor. Multiple choice.
That one's easy.
Okay.
So, guys, are you ready to VideoChronic with small soldiers?
Here's the thing: you can't like really see my board or my.
Are you ready?
Is one of the questions what is Phil Hartman's character's favorite war? Because
I remember this movie.
So, not to be confused with
Toys.
not toys or the other one you said. Yeah.
Toy soldiers. God damn
But
it.
we will get into it.
Is Phil Hartman in
Okay. Okay. So, are you guys ready?
Mhm.
Sure.
Phil Hartman is in this.
No.
Was that an answer? Did I give that away?
We will see. We will see.
I don't even know.
I know she doesn't know. She
I know it's in
doesn't
one
know
of
the
these
quiz, so
movies.
she doesn't know. Okay. Question 1 in our 20-question Small Soldiers quiz.
Oh my god.
Question 1. What is the name of the toy shop Alan's father owns?
Multiple.
Oh, this is where I'm gonna lose it in the porch.
Oh no.
And to be fair, this is probably one of the harder ones. I'll admit.
I'm losing it.
Oh, I think I know it.
Dang, Garth.
Oh my god. Day 400 of quarantine actually feels like what it's like to be on the Schmoedown stage and hear a question like that. It's just that level of sheer panic.
It's like no way to educate yourself.
No, that's that. Yeah.
4, 3, 2,
I'm
1.
locked in.
So, Garth's locked in. Robert, you're locked in, or you
Multiple choice.
It's a multiple choice for Robert and Barbarian. Is it A, the inner child, B, a child's heart, C, Toy World, D, Playland?
Uh-oh.
Hey, Garth.
That's always a good sound right there.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're probably going to say score the crowd anyway.
I was thinking of the wrong thing. I was thinking of the toy company, not the show.
Two.
Well, at least you're thinking the right movie, man.
Let's start with the Barbarian.
I went with B.
B and Robert.
Yeah, it's B. Child's heart, whatever.
Garth.
And I wrote down Heartland Toy Company.
Which is going to be an answer later on, probably.
It was the inner child. It was A.
Inner child.
Whoa!
See, we all got
Yay,
it.
we all got it wrong. Yay.
Wait, at least it's still even.
Yeah.
I thought it was B.
Yeah.
To be fair, I thought it was that one sounded the least like a toy shop.
Yeah, it's the inner child.
The inner child.
All right.
Can someone keep score for us?
I'll keep score.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all 0.
Yeah,
Real-
it's pretty easy right now.
Okay. So.
It was Drew just like cracks up hysterically in a corner. I feel like I'm actually learning to lose it while listening to the Small Soldiers quiz.
This is what we call a barn burner.
It is what we call a bridge burner. Bridge of Spies burner. Andrew got it wrong.
Watch this match end with like 1 wins the game.
This is Robert Meyer Burnett versus that other guy.
1-0-0.
Next question.
Next question.
The Commando Elite toys use music from what pop group as means of psychological warfare?
No.
That's a great question because if you've seen the movie, I feel like you won't forget it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Can you repeat it? Because Garth's laughter.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a funny question, but
yeah, the Commando Elite toys use music from what pop group as means of psychological warfare?
Well,
I'm going to go ahead and take a crack at this one.
All right.
And I do actually remember this.
And I am gonna need multiple myself.
All right.
this quiz is really fun.
Okay,
I
so
hope I don't have a Garth and
3,
Two.
2, 1. So
One.
Barbarian, Robert, keep your hands right there. Thank you. Garth, is it A, TLC, B, On Vogue, C, Destiny's Child, D?
I'll go with
Those are all
Spice
good.
Girls.
Okay, Robert.
That would be the Spice Girls.
And Barbarian.
Spice Girls.
It was the Spice
Whoa.
Girls.
Guys,
So 2 for Robert, 2 for Barbarian, 1 for Garth.
love it. If you want to be my lover, zig zig pow. That's an
I
underrated.
need to trade out a marker real quick.
Yeah.
That's a great movie. Let's
Eric,
talk
get
about
a new marker.
I'm gonna toss one through the screen to Robert. Okay.
that. I found where you kept your markers and whiteboards last night. That was fun.
I know. That sounds like
I know. I know what it sounds like. I know what it sounds like.
Luckily, the Cinefanatics keeps our whiteboard markers plentiful. So,
Okay. Notes. I went to YouTube and typed in notes, so that's where I'm at mentally. I went to YouTube and typed in notes. Okay, so Garth.
1.
Someone else in the audience keeps scoring.
Yeah, someone in the audience keeps score just to
Audience
be
members
safe.
do something.
Yeah.
Robert, 2.
2.
I wrote Robert's name all in caps for some reason, and then I wrote 88.
Like everything. Right.
Yeah, like everything.
And Barbarian 2.
Oh yeah, Barbarian. You're right, Barb. I'll just call you Barb.
Yeah, please. Like from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's on the
Justice for Barb.
Justice for Barb.
All right.
and just like Stranger Things, I don't think he's gonna last too long in this.
Oh wow, that sounded like some smack talk.
Yeah,
We have entering the ring.
I just wanted to make the Stranger Things reference. I actually don't know.
yeah. I'll say
All right.
you've seen Small Soldiers.
All right. Who plays Christy, Alan's neighbor and love interest?
Christy is such a name that combined with Spice Girls lets me know around the exact year this came out.
Yeah.
Was it 96? that question?
Most likely, yeah.
Was it 96? Let me look it up.
I do have to say, this is a much better marker.
Okay,
Good job.
5. We made the thing. 5, 4, 3,
2,
1.
1. No multiple choice, anyone? No? All right. Let's start with Robert.
That would be Kirsten Dunst.
Barbarian.
That would also be Kirsten Dunst. Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Mary Jane, Kirsten Dunst.
2 across
What?
the board.
So they all memorized her name?
Yeah.
Oh no, her name
Oh,
is
the context,
Spider-Man.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
You know what
when,
the first role
when
was?
you're in Spider-Man, it kind of helps.
No, it was not Little Women. It was Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, yeah,
Interview with the Vampire. Yeah.
She was in one of the Little Women movies.
Yeah.
She was, but that wasn't her earliest role.
And Jumanji.
She was in the 90s Little Women.
Yeah, Interview with a Vampire is creepy now.
I think that was her first major movie.
That's
Interview.
literally what I
Yeah,
brought.
that's how this conversation got. We just went in a circle.
I just wanted to guys, come on, quarantine it.
Yeah.
Get it sane.
All right, next question. What is the name of the leader of the Commando Elite Toys?
Oh my god, this sounds crazy.
Do you need like potentially a first and a last name if there is a first and last name?
There is a first and last name, and I would have to take the first and last name.
Okay.
Because it kind of goes.
Multiple choice.
All right. We're going to take multiple choice.
5,
Anyone want 5, 4?
4,
I'm locked in.
3, 2, 1. I was wrong on 90.
I'm good too.
You're okay. Barbarian. Is it A, Butch Meat Hook? C, Brick Bazooka?
Wait, did you skip B?
B, Brick Bazooka. C, Chip Hazard. D, Kip Killigan.
These are all great names.
Chip Hazard.
So Barbarian says Chip Hazard. Robert?
That would be Chip Hazard.
And Garth?
And Chip Hazard.
Oh my god, what the hell, you guys?
2 for.
Now you each said that you haven't seen it since it came out, and you remember this one.
I saw it maybe 10 years ago.
Oh my god.
It's probably been about 20 years since I've seen it.
Barbarian, go on.
I think it came out like less than 20 years ago.
98.
98.
I just looked
98.
up.
Okay.
I don't believe
Next
it's
question. What year did
Yeah.
No, that's not
Yeah.
what we do here.
Yeah.
That's not what we do.
I've seen it in the 2000s, but I'm not sure when.
Okay. What is the name of What is the name of the defense contractor company acquiring Heartland Toy Company?
Oh, now we get the mention.
I need multiple choice for this one too.
I want Chinese food.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's get Chinese food.
Are you ordering now?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
What was the place you got last time? That was really good.
Yeah.
With Andres.
Oh yeah. Wait, the sushi place or the ramen place?
No, the Chinese place we got.
I'll get it for us.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
Do you want the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, hon.
5, 4,
Sure.
3, 2, 1. So Barbarian, you need multiple choice, right?
Yeah.
All right. Is it A, Globex Corporation, B, Trask Industries, C, Globotech Industries, D, Clamp Enterprises?
Clamp Enterprises. Gross.
So I know that I can tell you that. Wait, what did you say B was again? Oh no, wait. B is from X-Men: Days of Future Past. D is from Gremlins 2: The New Batch. So it's done either A or C. And
Hearing how this goes in your mind. That's so good.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Globex.
Okay, and Robert?
It was like Globotech.
And Garth?
Yep, it was Globotech.
Oh, dang.
It was Globotech Industries. Yes.
What were the two? Between
I
like
Globotech?
It was Globotech and Globex.
Oh my
Yep.
God, Eric.
There's two different things.
You're evil. You're evil. What do you mean they're two different
Well-
words?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was debating between the two. I went with the wrong one.
Yeah.
Two
Barbarian narrowed it down to 50-50.
Robert,
So.
Yeah, it's just like the last time I faced Garth. I'm going to lose on a coin toss.
Oh my God.
Literally.
This is like some.
It was literally I lost on the coin toss question.
This is like if Scott Pilgrim, but like for the stupidest fucking thing you can possibly think of. Like,
This is a terrific film.
I like
This
the film.
is a-
This
Okay.
movie was much better than it had any right to be.
No. You get these filmmakers in place. You get the cast they assembled. It was a fantastic accumulation of talent.
And
The
for me, as a
voice
kid-
cast, especially.
Yeah, for me as a kid, it was fun seeing just toys like trying to kill each other. That was fun.
I read that it was Phil Hartman's last film, which I assume again is not a contextual question. So that's really sad. He's great. We've been watching The Simpsons a lot. His voice work is so good.
Iconic.
Oh, no, he's one of the reasons I love the movie so much too.
Toys coming to life before Toy Story. So.
Okay, next question.
It was after Toy Story, actually.
Oh, movie release dates.
Toy Story was 1995. This was 1998.
Movie release dates. I feel.
Fucking crazy right now to hear someone talk like that.
Next question.
Next question.
Who directed the film?
Oh.
I'm so glad I didn't say this accidentally.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, I almost gave this answer away a second ago when I was talking about the accumulation of talent that was involved.
This one I remember just because it's so off the wall.
How do you all know this?
All right, seems like everyone got it in a 3, 2.
I think I have it. I'm second guessing myself because
So do you want multiple choice?
no, I'm not gonna go multiple choice because both of the things I would guess are probably in your multiple choice. So I'm gonna
Well, I'm
keep
gonna
stick
do
with
a
it.
reverse of the meme real quick, right before multiple choice, which is, y'all, this Small Soldiers is great, but you ever try having sex? Like this movie seems so nerd, deep cut bullshit. I can't even
It's pretty
imagine.
nerdy. It's pretty funny.
This is like last
I
time.
had sex before you were born, young lady.
Oh God, that's horrible. I just mean like that means like you.
What was Patton Oswalt from Blade Trinity? I've had sex plenty of times with ladies.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, Garth, you said you had sex before Drew was born. Have you had
Yeah.
sex since she was born?
Oh,
Yes.
great question.
This stream is going a whole different direction.
Boom! Shots
Boom.
fired! Shots
Back to
fired!
the quiz.
Back to the quiz. Okay, so everyone has their answer locked in. Let's start with Garth
I believe it was Joe Dante.
and Barbarian.
See, that was my. I remember they had the Gremlins tie. I couldn't remember if it was the director of Gremlins or the writer of Gremlins. I went with Chris Columbus.
And Robert.
It
That was Joe Dante.
was Joe Dante.
Where's Joe Dante?
Yeah, I screwed that one up.
Um,
I get Columbus and Dante mixed up. No. That's my fault. Should have went with the director of Gremlins.
All right, she's got to go take care of some stuff right now.
I'm gonna go take care of a family thing
Yep,
for a
yep,
second.
So
I'll be right back.
She'll be back when she can get back.
Okay, where's my thing? Okay, bye guys. Sorry.
Let's check one for my room.
No, it's all good.
All right, so we'll continue with the quiz.
I do feel like I'm even though I'm in my room, I'm trying to peer over this name thing at the bottom.
So yeah, don't look at the chat, but Movie Nobody has the score in the chat, so we'll keep track of that. Okay. Next question. How does Alan kill Nick Nitro, the first Commando Elite, to be totally destroyed beyond repair?
Oh.
I think I recall, but I'm going to say multiple choice because now I'm thinking of two different things.
Yeah. All right.
I think I'll need multiple as well.
And you know, if they're going to take it, I might as well go multiple also.
All right, so multiple choice are all across the board. Is it A, he stuffs him down a garbage disposal? B, he smashes him with a hammer? C, he blows him up with a firecracker? D, he runs him over with a bike? All right, seems like we're going down with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and start with Barbarian.
I went with C.
C, blows him up with a firecracker. Robert?
Yeah, I believe it was a firecracker. C.
And Garth?
I went with the garbage disposal.
It was A, the garbage disposal. Up and down the garbage disposal.
I was debating between those two.
Yeah.
I was debating between the correct answer and my answer.
Yeah.
Like every time.
I almost went with the bike.
I thought garbage disposal was like a Gremlins, but I think that was microwave and a blender.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Next question. Who plays Gil Mars, CEO of the defense contract company acquiring Heartland Toys?
I don't remember that one, so I'm going to go multiple choice.
All right. And we're putting the bench for everyone and going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Multiple choice for Barbarian. Is it A, Dennis Hopper? B, Dennis Leary? C,
Dennis Leary.
Robert?
That was a complete guess, but Dennis Leary.
And Garth? Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary.
More. It's 2, 2, and 1.
Okay, so this quiz is going much better than it had any right to be.
I'm surprised. I'm like, what?
I actually really want to watch this again now. Like,
It's a good movie.
I'm trying to replay parts of it in my head for this, and I'm like, you know what? This is actually like this. I want to watch this.
Okay. Next question. What is secretly? Sorry. Mess it up. What is the security password Irwin receives that is later used by Larry to commission the creation of their new toy line?
Oh wow, that's a good one.
Am I allowed to curse on this?
Yes.
All right. Well, fuck if I know. Multiple choice.
Yeah, I got to go multiple on this.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't it. This is a PG or PG-13 movie.
Well, that's the case. Then that was the one F-bomb in the PG-13.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Anyone got it? Anyone watching now? Multiple choice.
No, multiple, yeah.
All right. Multiple choice across the board. Is it A, Zoltan, B, Zerg, C, Wizard, D, Gizmo?
It's very tempting.
All right. And doing a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Robert.
I agree with what Barbarian was probably saying. It's very tempting, so I went with D, Gizmo.
And Barbarian?
I went with Zoltan, even though I know Zoltan's from Big.
Yeah.
It's like.
And Garth?
I almost went with Gizmo, but I thought it was too obvious, so I went with Wizard.
It was Gizmo.
Oh,
there you go. Well played.
That was so on the nose. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, I was like, no, but Joe Dante's the director. They wouldn't. Yeah, they would.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, they would.
I feel like every other answer we talk about Gremlins.
I do have a Gremlins quiz. And
Oh,
Gremlins.
really? Let's do that right now.
I do better on that one.
Let's grab this and go to Gremlins right now. I will own that shit.
I haven't seen that probably longer than Small Soldiers.
I've
I used to have few.
I've probably seen Gremlins more times than any other film ever in my life.
Okay,
wow.
I'm not playing the Barbarian on that one.
I watch it every year for Christmas. It's the best Christmas movie.
That actually is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. I watch it every year for Christmas. And I watch it at least one other time every year because it's just an amazing film.
I'm like Phoebe Cates' character. I hate Christmas and nobody understands it.
Oh, you have a tragic backstory.
I do. I have a PTSD story about Christmas. Yeah.
With a oddly tragic backstory that doesn't really fit with the narrative.
Yeah, it's almost as good as her oddly tragic backstory for President's Day in Gremlins 2: The New Batch.
All right, next question. What two famous actresses collectively provide the voice of the Gwendy dolls that Christie collects?
Oh, we need two.
You want the name of both actresses?
Both actresses.
Oh.
So
I have to go multiple for this myself.
Yeah, I go multiple.
All right, so they're going to stretch multiple. Robert, I'll give you 20 seconds to think about this if you want to take a swing.
Wow.
I know one, and I'm completely guessing on the other.
All right. No,
Go
half
for
point.
it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're locked in. All right, let's multiple choice for Garth and Barbarian. Is it A, Kate Hudson and Natalie Portman?
Nope.
B, Ali Larder and Katie Holmes? C, Christina Ricci and Sarah Michelle Gellar? D, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Kristen Bell?
I realized after the first one that I should stop saying whether or not they were correct because Garth is also going multiple choice.
I was like fine with that.
Yeah.
And I feel much better.
In fact, I wanted you to jump and like go, oh, it's B. Yeah.
All right, so let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Garth.
I am not sure B.
And Barbarian?
Pretty sure it was C, Christina Ricci and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
And Robert?
Given the movie came out in 1998, popular was Sarah Michelle Gellar and Christina Ricci.
Good job. Good for
I'm the only
Sarah
one.
Michelle Gellar. That's right.
I knew Sarah Michelle Gellar. I was completely guessing on Christina Ricci.
Wow. That's a good guess.
Very good, Robert.
Yeah. That's 2 points for Robert, 1 point for Barbarian.
How many points for Garth?
0.
0 for that one.
Just like my love life.
All right, next question. What does Christie use as a weapon to destroy her collection of killer Gwendy dolls?
I have a thought.
I'm going to need multiple choice on that one.
Yeah.
Multiple choice.
I'm going to go multiple choice.
Okay, multiple choice across the board for everyone. Is it A, a lacrosse stick, B, a golf club, C, a baton, D, a bat?
So definitely not what I was thinking. Can you repeat those choices again?
Yeah.
Is it A, a lacrosse stick, B, a golf club, C, a baton, D, a bat? A baseball bat, I guess. Not a living bat, not with the bat.
Or it could be a cricket bat.
You got to know what crumpet is to understand cricket.
All right, Raphael.
Okay, 2 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Barbarian.
So I'm pretty sure, actually, I'm not even that sure, but she didn't strike me as an athlete, but I'm pretty sure her dad was a golfer, so I went B, golf club.
And Robert?
Yep, B, golf club.
And I thought she might be an athlete and played lacrosse.
It was actually C, a baton.
Son of a...
That's 0 across the board for that one. It was a baton.
Although you do have to give credit for Barbarian making a reference to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, that's a half point in my heart.
Which I still have. I believe I still have that entire movie's dialogue memorized. So,
well, I wouldn't.
If wants to do a TMNT.
I will do a TMNT quiz right now.
Especially since it's their 30th anniversary this year.
Yep,
that's true. I have a
Brian Henson was second unit.
Original. Yeah, I have an original trilogy quiz.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love
So
it.
save that one for another day. Okay. Next question. Where were the Gorgonites hiding after first being attacked by the Commando Elite in the toy store?
What's a Gorgonite?
That's the next question.
I was hoping that was one of the questions.
No, I'm
But
kidding.
what are the soldiers' names? Or...
Yeah.
Where were they hiding?
Yeah. So where were the Gorgonites hiding after first being attacked by the Commando Elite in the toy store?
Multiple choice.
What choice? All right.
Yeah.
I got it.
Robert's taking a swing at it. Garth, do you need multiple choice?
I have a guess, but I'll go multiple to be safe.
Is it A, in a dumpster, B, in a tool shed, C, in a vault, D, in a car trunk?
Could you repeat what you said number B was? I didn't hear number B.
A tool shed. So a dumpster, A, a dumpster, B, a tool shed, C, a vault, D, a car trunk. Laren, you can write answers in the chat. The competitors won't be looking at them, to be fair.
No, I've got my chat screen turned off.
I've got it set on private.
Great
Yeah.
job.
I can
Okay.
see it completely.
All right, let's start with Garth
I'm going with the tool shed B.
and Barbarian
I also went with a tool shed.
and Robert.
It was a dumpster.
There was a dumpster.
So,
Oh, Robert, nice.
Good job, Robert.
I was like, I remember them hiding in something stupid. I was like, what was it? I was like, it was a trash dumpster.
Yeah, it was a dumpster.
Do we have a score update in the?
Yeah, the score.
we don't need a score update. We're fine.
Movie, can we get the
All right, okay.
score
All
update?
right.
Movie Finobi. After that one. All right, let's see where we're at with almost done third way through the game.
Yeah,
Garth,
Robert, nice.
12, Barbarian 7, Robert 17.
Like I said, it's been 20 years since I've seen this movie.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
something to brag about.
Fair enough. Okay, next question. What is the name of the leader and emissary of the Gorgonites?
Yes.
In my mind, just flashed the voice actor too.
Well, I know the voice actor.
Barbarian
Thank you.
with
Thank
70.
you. I am winning with 70 points. Appreciate that. All right, let me go to multiple choice. It's on the tip of my tongue in my head.
Sure. Garth, your multiple choice.
No, I'm locked in.
Robert, you locked in?
I'm guessing, but I'm not certain. I'll go multiple choice and just leave what I wrote down. Just
All right, multiple choice for Robert and Barbarian. Is it A, punch it, B, slam fist, C, archer, D, ocula?
okay.
Well, I will say it wasn't as close to being on the tip of my tongue as I thought, but I'm pretty sure I have the right answer.
Okay, well, let's start with Barbarian.
It was, I believe it was Archer.
And Robert
Yeah, it was Archer.
and Garth.
And Archer.
Archer. Great job. 2 for Garth, 1 for Robert and Barbarian. Good job, guys. He's Archer, leader and emissary of the Gorgonites, as he says 5 times in the film. All right. Next question.
Cute cat guy.
How many schools does Alan say he was kicked out of before moving to their new home?
Well, fuck it.
Numbers.
Why go to multiple choice when I can just make up a number and guess?
Yeah.
Good.
Unless the multiple choice is like 3, 7, 8, you know.
Is it A, 2, B, 30, C,
Yeah.
C 2005,
Yeah.
1 million.
All right. So you guys are locked in. Let's start with Robert.
I'm gonna guess 3.
3 and Barbarian.
I went with D4.
And
And I want one higher with 5.
3,
Oh,
4, 5.
5.
it was 2.
Ah! The answer!
It was 2.
Wait, why would that be
Gave
like?
us the answer to the fake out. Oh my god.
I got kicked out of 2 schools. Why would that be a high enough number for someone to mention in a movie?
It's because he has a reputation.
Common?
The reputation he has is that he was kicked out of 5 schools, but he clarifies this: I was only kicked out of 2.
No, Garth.
So
no.
I knew the
No partial
reputation
point
number.
for that.
I had the number that everyone thought.
Thoughts,
All
yeah.
right.
No, you're just you don't get partial credit for that. You randomly guessed.
Can we
I
ask?
did.
Can we ask who directed the movie again?
I'll get it right this time.
Dante from Clerks, right?
Yeah.
No,
Dante's Inferno.
it's like you've never seen a Kevin Smith movie before.
Too soon.
All right, next question. Who plays Erwin, the kind-hearted toy designer who creates the Gorgonites?
Uh-oh.
You know what's funny? God, no, I got to do multiple choice. I was going to write down a stupid answer, but
I need
it's Carlo Rossi. Carlo Rossi was going to give me an answer, but I'll go with multiple choice instead.
2, 1. Multiple choice for Garth and Barbarian. How about you, Robert?
I see his face. I can't pull the name on multiple choice. Yeah.
All right. Is it A, John Mayer, B, Tony Hale, C, Tony Shalhoub, D, David Cross?
Okay.
Well, it's a good thing I went to multiple choice because the name I was going to write down is oddly someone who looks like the actual answer but wasn't in the film.
That's part of the experience, part of the education in the game. All right, we'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's start with Garth.
As soon as you said it, David Cross from Mr. Show.
And
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking Robert Picardo, who's in Gremlins 2, and looks a lot like David Cross.
David Cross, yeah, I see that. And Robert?
I had to get another Gremlins reference in there.
I went with the guy who looked like the doctor from Star Trek Voyager. That was David Cross.
Robert Picardo's the doctor from Star Trek Voyager, you son of a bitch.
Yep.
How dare you besmirch him by not saying him by his name?
Because he never actually went by a name in that eventually, apparently.
You mean Dr. Zimmerman, as he was referred to in the novels?
Yeah, everything except the actual TV show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I think he took it at one point, but save that for another time.
Another time.
Come on, they already think we're nerds. Let's not get them more evidence.
Drew's going to come back when you talk about Star Trek. She's going to lose her mind.
No, I thought that was Space Piece.
Yeah, Space Piece before. All right, next question. What comedic actor plays Christy's father, Phil?
I mean, if any of us gets this wrong,
Can we just skip to the part where we all get 2 points?
yeah.
Well,
Garth 15, Barbarian 9, Robert 19, Danny Hart. All right, that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Robert.
That's Phil Hartman.
Yep, and Barbarian.
Phil Hartman.
And Garth.
R.I.P.
it better be Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
It was,
For a second there, I almost put the actor who played the other dad. I was like, no, not gonna.
I'm like, played Phil. I'm like, it better be Phil.
Like the Groundhog Phil?
yes, everyone got it right. Move Shinobi. That's 1, 1. No, 2 across the board. 2 for everyone.
2 across the board. Yeah.
Yes, 2 for everyone. All right. Okay, next question. How do the Gorgonites survive the final explosion that wipes out all of the Commando Elite toys?
Well, I don't fucking know. Multiple choice, I mean.
Oh, do we need what they?
What did they do? What were they doing that spared them from the explosion?
I don't know exactly what you're looking for, so I might
Well,
need
go
to
multiple choice with me, Garth. Multiple choice.
I know they.
Oh,
Well,
No. Multiple choice 5, 4,
I'll have to go multiple.
2.
Unless you want to tell me what they do.
got it.
All right, Robert has it locked in. All right, it's multiple choice for Garth and Barbarian.
You don't like the bragger, Robert.
Is it A, they use tinfoil shields? B, their hardware and software are made of superior parts? C, they dive into a swimming pool? D, they hide under a satellite dish?
Well, I'm going to base my answer off of the motions that Garth was doing.
What?
Garth, if I get this right, it's because you gave me the answer.
Oh, we'll
Wash
see.
those eyebrows, buddy.
Let's start with Garth then.
The satellite dish.
And Barbarian.
I also went with D, the satellite dish.
And Robert.
I gotta be
I
careful.
was gonna say they hid under a bowl and then I changed it to satellite dish.
The Underdog Bowl, yes, is a
Thanks,
giant
Robert.
bowl, a satellite bowl. Yes, satellite dish.
All right, next time I take longer to write the answer. All right.
No, it wasn't
Like
from
a
writing
big
the
bowl.
answer. It was you talked about what it was beforehand, and then you were like,
Oh, I was like going like
You're like-
this.
you're like,
yeah,
go
like
under
they
the
hide under
thing.
something.
like, all right. I'm observant.
Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful.
All right.
Next question.
I'm crafty, even when I'm drunk.
What is the model of the microprocessor chip used to create the AI for the Gorgonite and Commando Elite toys?
You gotta be
Cindy Crawford.
kidding me.
No, multiple choice.
Yeah, let's just skip to
Oh, I got it.
Garth has it.
Putting one down. Garth's logging in for this one.
All right.
All right, Garth logged in. Our multiple choice for Robert and Barbarian is it A, the X1, B, the X100, B, the X9000, D, the X1000.
I'll hide so I don't give away.
All right.
Garth.
This is start with Robert
Is it like A, the X1?
and Barbarian.
I feel like it's D. Where's my hand? There we go. D, the X1000.
And Garth.
And it is the X1000 microprocessor.
It was the X1000. That's right. That's two for
Garth
Garth.
came to that one again too. I saw it in his eyes before he hid.
It was
Finobi.
T100, the T1000.
Movie Finobi. Robert did not go multiple choice on the satellite question. He got that off the cuff. So he got two on that previous one. Yeah. Okay. The microprocessor chip built into the toys are susceptible to what kind of attack?
I think I know the answer, but I'm going to go multiple choice.
Okay.
It's what people say when they don't know the answer, but go multiple choice and want to seem smart.
Yes. All right. So multiple choice for Barbarian. Garth, Robert, you locked in?
I'm going to guess it, yes.
Okay.
So she said she didn't win.
Is it for Barbarian? Multiple choice. Is it A, sonic blast?
Are we still doing this?
Yes. Is it A,
We
blast?
didn't give up yet. Sorry, you didn't spend enough time outside. So
Oh, there's more people in the chat than before? That's weird.
I don't know. Can you start again with the options?
Is it A, sonic blast, B, a computer virus, C, high levels of radiation, D, an EMP?
Well, none of those were what I was thinking. So
All right.
I've got my guess.
Okay, start with Barbarian for your guess.
An EMP, D. I have all these like D's crossed off and then more D's written next to them.
You should just like circle them all.
I know. So I just have an A, B, C, and D, and then just like whichever one I think it is, just cover, and that way I can cheat. But D, an EMP.
Robert
I was thinking EMP since they were hiding under a satellite dish.
and Garth.
Electromagnetic pulse.
That's right.
You nerds. You nerds.
Oh, you missed our Star Trek conversation.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't miss it. No, I didn't miss it.
Okay, last question. Last question in the quiz. This barn burner, bridge burner.
Bridge burner.
Okay.
It's called a bridge burner.
It's worth 20 points.
Yeah.
It's worth all the points.
This is worth however many points Barbarian needs to win.
You guys like
This question is the golden snitch.
All right. Last
What
question.
movie is that from?
Look out.
Okay.
Snitches
What
get stitches, even the golden ones.
what famous Queen song is playing while the Commando Elite modified their weapons in the garage?
There's like 70 possible answers.
I know what I want it to be, but
Yeah. Let me think about this. Flush. Savior of the universe.
Mr. Sam Jones. And like that.
I'll have to go multiple with this, even though it's going to be one of the ones
Can I do the JTE? I want another 15 seconds. Give me JTE.
All right, JT for Barbarian. What famous Queen song is playing while the Commando Elite are modifying their weapons in the garage?
There's only so many.
There's like a million.
Only 1,000.
Now, I think I know the soundtrack to this movie more than I know the movie itself. So hopefully,
Well, what's the answer then?
Wow, that was my guess. I mean, nothing is a guess.
I doubt it's Fat Bottom Girls, but it could be.
Bicycle. All right, I'll go multiple choice. Fuck it.
Multiple choice. Garth, you going multiple choice too?
Yeah.
Okay, so Robert, you have it locked in?
I'm gonna guess.
Okay. Is it A, Another One Bites the Dust? B, Radio Gaga? C, Don't Stop Me Now? D, Under Pressure?
Well, let me uncross out my D.
Now I'm second guessing.
Why is it because you put Bohemian Rhapsody?
I wanted to. I really did. Go with the Wayne's World answer.
All right.
You went with Somebody to Love?
4, 2,
Who wants to live forever?
Just imagine like upgrading the weapons. Can anybody?
Princes of the Universe.
Need somebody to love. Fine. Who are we playing with, Garth?
Oh, starting with me?
Yes.
A.
A, and Barbarian?
Done. A.
Yeah,
Another One Bites the Dust.
What's weird is I feel like you're so drunk, Barbarian,
Another One Bites the Dust.
Oh, nice,
I'm
Robert.
not nearly drunk enough.
but also giving correct answers, which is insane to me.
Yeah.
All right. Good job.
Another one rides the bus.
One for Garth, one for Barbarian, for Robert.
Here now.
Total score.
Movie Nobody's taking care of the score for us.
But also might be cheating at the score I read in the comments. Guys, they're coming out with a Creep 3.
Oh, wow.
All of a sudden, Barbarian will have 40 points. Movie Finobi got a little Venmo.
Only we can get the Venmo.
Okay.
I'm not above bribing people to be my fans, okay? I'm just saying.
Cool. And the Streamlabs.
All right. Final score. Garth, 23. Barbarian, 15. And Robert, 27.
God.
Last one?
Our Small Soldiers quiz champion.
Oh, wow, I think you're going to give him something to the screen. I realized that's impossible. Would you like some? Yeah. So that means that Robert gets to do something special tomorrow for your birthday game, which he will also be back for.
Right.
Which will be all night long.
But seriously, so that we can stay on stream until your birthday, we should do the Gremlins quiz right fucking now.
No, we have to go because we have to go eat.
We haven't eaten today.
It's 10:30 in the evening. It's almost tomorrow.
It's 1:30 here.
We sleep from like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. till like 1, 2 in the afternoon.
Yes.
So this is like our midday.
Yes. So
that must be nice.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it is nice. It's quiet.
But I promise you, Barbarian, we will save that Gremlins one for you. Like that's
okay. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I want to be able to prove that, like, I know it right now without having like any prep time. Like, I would know any answer you ask in that question.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, like if we had time to watch Small Soldiers, we all would have done way better. But
maybe, yeah.
You know,
it's nice having the off the cuff and like surprise and like trying to pull stuff from a decade ago. It's like that was tough.
Guys, I'm
you guys are pretty well. You guys did pretty well.
I'm impressed. So we'll see.
And one of the questions was Phil Hartman.
Oh, god damn it.
So,
well, that's the thing everyone remembers about the movie.
Yeah.
As soon as you said Phil Hartman, I remembered what movie this was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite line of the movie is him with like while they're prepping to go to battle, Phil Hartman's just watching some war movie, and he turns to his wife or his daughter. I forget who he's sitting next to. He's like, I think World War II is my favorite war.
My mom's boyfriend. Right?
No, y'all said you were doing Small Soldiers, and the first like random piece of trivia that hopped in my mind was like they played the Spice Girls song in that.
I know. Yep. See what did I say? I said like if you've seen the movie, you definitely remember what song is in it. Yep. I knew that, so I got that far.
And the Phil Hartman one I liked because it was like who plays her dad, Phil.
Yeah,
so it was like all right, well half the answers there.
Well, it's also not for a second I thought Phil Hartman was also in Toys. Is he also the soldier in Toys, or is this the only one where he's a soldier?
I don't think he's not a soldier in Toys. He's the neighbor in Small Soldiers.
Okay,
so you're thinking of Jingle All the Way.
Yes, you're right. That's where he's the neighbor.
Yeah.
The soldier is Tommy Lee Jones, and the head Gorgonite is Frank Langella.
There's
Yeah.
another Gorgonite, like in a straight up Stranger Things style. Is this why we're
Yeah,
talking about
The Gorgonzolas.
Gorgonzolas? Oh, I think our food's here.
Okay. Oh, our food is here, guys.
Franklin Jettala's cute cat guy.
Yeah, we're going to head out, guys. Our
You guys
food
keep
is here
talking,
tonight.
but we won't be
No,
here.
there's
You're not
nobody
gonna-
watching Small
This is your
Soldiers
stream
with
now.
Frank Langella because the last movie I saw Frank Langella before that was Lolita.
Got a reputation. Hit those like and subscribe buttons,
right.
people. Tomorrow we will see you all hopefully back here. Same cat time, same cat place.
Yes, we're going to be
Nope.
having.
Oh wait, tomorrow is Tuesday. I will be doing cinema buys and then we'll do a night stream.
Yeah, we'll figure it
We'll
out.
do it.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Next
Happy
time,
birthday,
do a video
NerdChronic!
chronic
Thank
mukbang.
you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Barbara.
guys, and
Thank you,
everyone,
guys.
please like and subscribe and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Birthday.
On all the social media,
Patreons.
so you know
Happy
the.
birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
1:30. It's 1:30 here, so I can say it.
Thank you.
High
guys.
five,
Thank
we
you.
did it.
Thank you, guys.
Did it.
Press and
I
broadcast.
should have been broadcast with the clap. That's how I would have edited that.